Welcome everybody to the Casper podcast. I'm your gracious, beautiful, blessed, beloved, and black host, the kid they call Casper. The K idea in Kid Casper stands for King in Development. I'm that menace with the melanin. Reject me as I am, as long as he is still relevant. Sorry guys, I was trying to get my dog situated like right before the countdown went off because he's 14. He's kind of high maintenance. For some odd reason, every time I start to eat, like right now, he's for some odd reason trying to drink out of my coffee cup. Can you get out of here? Dash, go lay down, please. Good Lord, I'm trying to make some money out here. Anyway, you know, my dog's just being disruptive as possible as he normally is. So if anybody remembers Dash, that he is that he's made an appearance on here a couple of times, he's just ignorant like that. I've had a couple of guests on here in the past on live stream episodes where I trust one of my panelists to kind of hold the fort down while I'm in the bathroom, and you know, I come back and he's like chilling in my chair. It's ignorant. I don't really appreciate it. Today's been an interesting day. It's what's today's date? It's March 10th. It's a Wednesday. It is currently 8:36. It's the weather is kind of bipolar today, and so we're gonna drop the intro real quick. Every time I go in, every time I go in, I'm jealous. Every time I go in, every time I go in, every time I go in, I'm jealous. I'm a kid, I'm a kid, I'm a kid, man. I'm jealous. I'm a kid, I'm a kid, I'm a kid, man. I'm jealous. So for those that don't know me, I go by Kid Casper. I am a Christian raptivist. I own my own clothing apparel, ghostthreads.com. I'm a leader of an interfaith coalition in the state of Maryland, in which we're trying to, we're a group of good people. Some of us like in faith, but, different backgrounds, spiritual backgrounds and everything like that. And we're trying to have tangible change within our state. Today, I've been a fan of this dude for about, I want to say a good year and a half or so. Got plugged in through the homie Poetics in this like group chat. It's like battle rap. Eventually, it initially started as just battle rap, where it was like we talk about nothing but battle rap here. But it's grown into we can actually talk about other stuff too, life, faith, music. It still ends up being about battle rap. A couple of N-words here, a couple of N-words there, N-word here, N-word there, everywhere, N-word, N-word. It's just, it's it gets kind of fun. But I've been a fan of this dude's music for about 2 years. I didn't know he was ever in the podcast mood. This will be the first time me actually talking to him on camera. So we'll be getting to know each other at the same time that my audience and his audience will get to know me, and vice versa. Everybody, Philly's own Q-Flo.
What's going on, bro, man? Thanks for having me here, man. Yo, I like your little setup you got too, man. We're going to talk when this is over, man. I'm over here.
I got you.
Beats headphones, man. But thanks for having me, bro. For real.
Hey, man, the pleasure is all mine, man. Like I said, I don't know how to, what's the word? I don't know how to politely gas somebody up when it comes to me, like giving them their flowers. I got to do a couple of, you're not really on TikTok yet. I've done a couple of reaction videos. I'm not
going to hold you. I don't know TikTok, man. I'm almost 30. I don't understand it, man. I tried though. I don't get it, man.
It's all about that algorithm, boy. It's perfect for us creators, man. You get on there, you spit a 16 in a minute clip, and white kids go crazy for it. So,
dude, I've been trying to use it, and it's like either I can't get the music to match with the thing, so I'm like doing the old school kung fu movie thing, or it's just like I don't hear anything, and it's like, oh, it's actually synced up, but I don't hear anything. So what do I do next? So that's a whole nother triumph I gotta go through, I guess. I don't know. I don't know TikTok, man.
I feel you, man. So this is, like I said, this is the first time that we're kind of, I think we've been in the group chat for 2 years. I think
it's about I want to say about a year and a half, honestly. About a year and a half, almost 2 years.
2 years. I don't know, man. 2020 felt like 2020 felt like a couple of weeks and 5 years at the same time. So right. I mean, like, who knows?
but this is the first time we're able to actually get to know you, man. So I guess just tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh, for sure, man. You don't know I go by Q-Flo. It doesn't mean anything. It's just Q and Flow. And I'm out here, born and raised in Philly. I've lived here all my life. That's about it, honestly. I've been Christian rap. I've been doing Christian rap since I want to say 11 years. It'll be 11 years, yeah. Because I started. Fun fact: I started Christian rap on Mother's Day. So like whenever Mother's Day comes up, that's my anniversary of being a Christian artist. So that's easy to remember. What else? That's about it, man. I was always raised in church, so like I knew the Lord all my life. I didn't have one of those. I was from the streets, and I found God. The usual story that you hear from our brothers in this ministry. I've always been in church, man. I just, I didn't have a rough life or anything. I just love music and I love the Lord. And when I found out Christian rap existed, it was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna go try this then. So, yeah, man, that's about it, though, man.
Cool. Gotcha. So I usually, I give these little quick fire random questions. I usually ask my guests, like, what's your favorite Disney princess? What's your starter six Pokemon? Yeah. So
okay.
People avoid this question all the time.
Hey, I'm an anime guy, man. So you see the cosplays and all that, man. I do it all. People be surprised because it's like Mr. Battle Rap does cosplays. Like, yeah, I do cosplay. Like,
yeah, not a lot of black dudes from Philly that rap, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? My people are from New York. You could be into battle rap and rap. Anime,
but you know what though? I'm thinking like, in the past few years it's been like widely accepted though. I feel like it's been more widely accepted. So yeah, that's about it. That's all
you didn't answer my question though. I asked you what's your favorite Disney princess is.
Oh, all right. My favorite. All right, let's get into it then. All right. My favorite Disney princess is Mulan. I always loved Mulan. She could sing. She got the hands, good hands. She ain't need no man. She was able to hold her own. Her and Mushu, and they did their thing. That's my favorite princess. I don't like what they did with the live action though.
We're not gonna talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that. I already go through depression as a Knicks fan and a Giants fan. I don't want to talk about the Mulan movie, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Mulan. And then all right, my starting six. You want all right? So you just want like who's usually my main team?
I'm talking like if you go into the Elite Four of Pokemon. What is all right?
If I'm going into the Elite Four. This is my starting six. I'm going with Blastoise. Blastoise is my favorite starter, period. I'm not part of the Charizard hype train, and I'm not part of the Venusaur sad train. All right. I'm here with the people with common sense who pick Squirtle over the other two. So I'm going with Blastoise. I'm a fan of Shiny Umbreon. I love Shiny Umbreon versus the regular one because my favorite color is blue, and it has the black fur, the black and blue fur.
Gotcha.
I'm going with Haxorus. Again, shiny Haxorus though. Like regular Haxorus is cool, but shiny Haxorus, he's black. So why not? That's three. I'm going with Mewtwo. I have this theory with Mewtwo, right? First off, I am part of the Mewtwo hype train, but I'm at like the back cabin. I'm not all the way up there with the rest of the crowd. My theory, like I always have a theory with Mewtwo, is like he's like one of the most powerful psychic Pokemon. Do I even have to yell the moves out? Can't he just read my mind and do it? So it's like I could just stand there being cool, looking fly, and
he don't even really need you. It sounds like
he really honestly don't need me. But yeah, so we go on Mewtwo. Where we at? That's 4. I need 5. Give me. All right. Here's my thing, because I love Generation 3, and I love Blaziken and Sceptile.
You're fine, brother. Take your time. You're the first person to actually answer this question on the podcast.
Oh yeah. That's dope, man. It's dope. I'm gonna take Sceptile. All right. I usually take Blaziken, but I'm gonna take Sceptile, especially because you know what? I love Mega Sceptile more than I like Mega Blaziken. I'm gonna take Mega Sceptile. And then my last one, see, I try not to overload it with legendaries like I used to as a kid. So I'm gonna take one more legendary, and I'm gonna take Entei. I always been like I grew into an Entei fan. I used to be a Suicune fan. I like Raikou, but it was like, he all right. I used to be a Suicune fan back when Pokemon Crystal came out. 'Cause I got that game like as soon as it came out, and it was dope. But as I grew up, I was like, you know what? I really like Entei, man. Like he just everything about him just looks like dominance, you know. So yeah, there we go. That's my six, man.
All right, cool. You know what? It's funny. It's funny as a fellow Pokemon fanatic. I don't think Raikou ever got a movie, did he?
Nope.
He never got one.
Raikou doesn't get any love, man. I think he popped up in an episode in like the more recent animes, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna tell you this though, man. I'm actually part of the Digimon is better than Pokemon coalition.
Oh man, see, I don't know anything about Digimon, so I can't say it's cooler or it's lamer. I just absolutely know
Pokemon has the popularity because of the game. If the games were to end now, Pokemon's done because they have nothing. They literally have nothing. Digimon is way more mature. The stories make more sense. Their characters grow up. We're gonna hold that for a minute. Ash ain't grow up yet. I mean, they actually get the job done, and the designs are just way more cooler. And the threat is better. Like it makes you really believe like this could happen because it's all digital stuff. It's digital things that happen in real life, kind of, you know. And then Pokemon is like, you know, they got the legendaries who can change the weather, space, and time, and all that. But I don't know, the threats in Digimon just seem more believable, and you know, especially like with the reboot of what's going on. First off, like the reboot is better than the original series. First off, because the reboot, they're doing whatever they want. The reboot's doing whatever they want, and I'm here for it. They're bringing new designs that I didn't think were going to come to the show that you only see in the card games or the comics or the video games, but they're bringing them to the show, and it's just like, dude, yes, because now we're getting who we really want. We're getting all the Digimon we really want. It's more, like I said, it's a more mature show. Like the kids have actual issues, unlike Ash.
It's basically like
Pikachu.
It's the Dragon Ball Super, and then what we got as kids was like Dragon Ball GT.
No.
GT? You like GT?
No, but Super didn't really. Super had its moments.
Super was vastly better than GT though.
Everything's better than GT. No,
GT was sorry.
This reboot, I would actually flip it and say like Super is the Digimon we had back then, and this series is more Z because it's perfect, man. It's perfect.
No. Z's the. I didn't mention Z because that goes without being said, and then it would be Super, and then it'd be GT.
All right, then fine.
We're good. We're good.
The reboot would be Super then, yeah, because it's just like it's amazing, man. It's just perfect. The storyline's great. People, if you see complaints, it's only because people are getting mad because the main character, you know, it's like 6 main characters, but like the one is getting all the shine. But it's like y'all let Charizard get all this love, y'all let Pikachu and Mewtwo get all this love, and didn't complain yet. But because 1 out of the 6 kids is getting a lot of shine, now it's an issue. Like whatever, man. But yeah, man, I've been a part of that Digimon Supremacy team for a while.
Digimon Supremacy, as if we don't have any other supremacies to deal with in this country. Good Lord,
mine's is funny though.
Oh man, so you know, one of the reasons, like I said, you know, I've just been kind of doing this to like kind of get familiar with people, learning people from all walks of life. And, you know, as I was sitting here and I was going down Instagram, I was like, you know what? I've known this brother. I mean, very, very shallow level. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair to say, for about almost 2 years. And I was like, I've never had one conversation with this dude. I mean, you don't really get to know people through text messages and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I can say that I am a fan of his music. I'm a fan of what he brings to the table. Seems like a cool dude. He spent all of Black History Month cosplaying. It was lit.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't know this dude. Like, I don't know how old you are. I don't know. Like, I assume. Well, I don't want to assume you're from Philly. I mean, if you're an Eagles fan, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah,
But
I am.
you're
By
an
by
Eagles fan
default. By
by
default
default.
though. It's all by default. I'm
Gotcha.
not really I don't really be watching like team sports like that. I'm more of a UFC wrestling guy, but I support all my city teams though. So yeah.
Yeah, I do too. So like I said, y'all finally got a big one, which is funny. My uncle, he passed away a couple of years ago from cancer, but he was a huge Philly fan. That was the one year after he passed. I was like, I'll cheer for the Eagles. Doggone
Oh
it. I
yeah.
guess I'll do that. As a Giants fan, it burned me up though. I was like, I really don't want to cheer for these folk, but I know my Uncle Kevin would have really appreciated it. So yeah, man.
You know what's funny? Like I'm not, like I said, like I'm not big into team sport. Like I'm not a fanatic. I can't stand Cowboys fans, man. Especially Cowboys fans who live in Philly. It's like,
Oh,
yo,
so we can agree.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
We
can
can
y'all
agree.
just shut up? Like, shut up. Y'all
As
not
the
Cowboys
NFC,
fans.
as long as in the NFC we can agree that we don't bang with the Cowboys, and the Washington football team is trying to figure out their identity and everything like that. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's a whole nother issue on their own. I'm surprised it took them long enough to even get rid of the name in the first place.
Well,
but
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But so for those that don't, I've been gassing my community group up with this snippet that I pulled off of YouTube where I was like, okay, he could actually rap. So I'm gonna plug that in real quick for the live stream.
Out the gate, I'm using my style, doggo. This a cipher? I'm giving out punches, I'm bow raw. This that rope with dope. Nah, I'ma catch him with the okey doke. Told me this was for the disciples, I know them folks. Raised in the east, but you influenced from the west side. Kingdom people reclaim the title, it's best I hit the ground running, I'm taking a mile from them. CHH, the new cool table, man, stop fronting. The Bible is a sword. What you think I'm fighting for? Talking to the blade like Tommy with the tiger sword. You stuck on the blind side. Michael Lord, words flying quicker than jets just flying out the door. Yo, we'll get it lit in any venue. A wise man said that the marathon can.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely say it's kind of funny. My sister just said in the comment section, bro, I can't stand the Cowboys. Nobody can stand the Cowboys.
Nobody stands the Cowboys.
Nobody. As long as we all agree. Like, look, man, we don't gotta, you don't even, I can be friends with you if you don't believe in Jesus. That's fine. But you as an avid Cowboys fan, you have a broken moral
Stay
compass.
away.
I'm worried about you. I think you have the mark of the beast. If I see that star around,
that star,
yeah, that I'm very concerned.
They said it was the vaccine. I think it's that star, man.
Yeah, I think so. They are cursed. I think if I remember correctly, research. Last time the Cowboys won a championship was 1995. The year after I'm born, and I'm 27. So.
Yeah, I'm 28. So what are they trying to claim? Like, whatever.
I don't know.
They try to claim the 5. Yeah.
Jerry Jones got money. That's all that matters, I guess. But hey, man, first off, I appreciate knowing another wordsmith. You know what I'm saying? Another person that cares about lyrics. One thing that had me like shook was you brought in Power Rangers into the to the bars. I mean, I myself as an avid nerd, you know what I'm saying? I bring in like wrestling bars, I'll bring in some anime bars every once in a while, just stuff that like I grew up on as it like influenced it. And I've always found a way to like create this new theology with the stuff that like I consumed as a kid. So I was just like, okay, you know what? He actually is not one of those, when I say like stiff Christian rappers, it's like, oh, he has a personality. Awesome. We can get into this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, it's crazy though. Like growing up, I wasn't always like this, man. Like I was a late bloomer, shy. You know what I mean? Quiet, timid. You know what I mean? Parts of it came from like being bullied and all that, because like I was always a nerd, but it was like, I was one of those kids who were bullied for like an anime and all that. And before people, it's funny, like people be saying like y'all weren't bullied for like an anime, y'all were bullied for walking around and doing, yelling Kamehameha. And it's like, oh, a child was bullied for doing childlike things. Okay. But nah, man, I like to blend. I like to blend in nerd culture with my bars because like I'm a nerd. So y'all not gonna get 50% of me. Y'all gonna get 100%.
Too many people are trying to be hard nowadays. It's like,
yeah, man.
Like
your
Logic
life, have
tried
fun,
it.
man.
Logic tried it early in his career, and then everybody was just like, "Wait a minute, his name is Bobby, and this man over here plays video games in his free time. He ain't gripping no techies. What are you talking about?" Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love it, man. It's organic. It's refreshing, and not even that. You know, it's even good to like. It's just good. It's good for me. It's just good to see black men to not wear a mask when we already have to wear a mask in a pandemic.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? I thoroughly enjoyed your social media with Black History Month. It was like everybody was like educating themselves every day. They were like using this time on social media to educate everybody. It's like, okay, this day we're learning about this black person. We got 28 days
of 28 days of. I tried, man. You know what I realized? I don't have as much as I thought I did. Like I'm going through my phone and I'm just like, man, I don't have as many photos than I thought I did. Like, and when I say that, it's like you can go through my thing, like you go through my camera roll, and it's like obviously I have a lot of cosplay photos, but it was mostly like, oh, Kakashi, can I get a picture? Hey, let's take a picture, blah blah blah. Versus, hey, Obito, let's take a fight pose, or hey, so and so, let's take a fight pose. So I'm like, dude, I don't have as many cosplays as I thought I did. So I need to update my collection. Like I've been updating my list of cosplays I want to do. Like you heard it in the raps. And I'm a big Power Rangers fan. I'm not a Tommy fan. I just put that bar in there because it made sense.
Tommy's a dick.
Yes, and you know what? If my brother heard that, he would salute you. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not. I found out somebody who makes commissions. That's the word I'm looking for, and they're commissioning a Shadow Ranger cosplay. So that's the one I'm trying to do next. That and are you a My Hero fan?
I've just got into it over the last. I think it was over the last year. Not really.
Okay.
When I say not really the biggest fan, it's just because I don't know how to sit still long enough to even like binge watch anything anymore. So I got into it, and I'm gonna be honest, because a lot of people like the cap and act like, oh yeah, I watch it. Nah, I didn't get into it until like Thanksgiving of 2019, and then I haven't watched it since.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. No. I wanted to revamp my question, but never mind. You answered it. Now I was about to ask are you a fan or a stan? I can't stand the stans. They make me want to like it. They make me want to troll people who like that, who like the manga and the anime. And it's like, dude, I'm a genuine fan of the show and of the story, but the hardcore fans make me want to hate it and troll them so bad. But anyway, I asked though because there's a character in there named Hawks. And he's dope. He's a dope hero. And that's one of the bigger cosplay projects I want to try to attempt because it's a lot of moving parts with that piece. So that's another one I want to try. And then everybody loves my Kakashi. They say I'm like whenever I go to the conventions, is to the one convention I go to, they're like, yo, he's the canon Kakashi. Like he's the real Kakashi. The rest of y'all are the filler. Like that's what they say, not me. So I'm gonna try to do like his Anbu clothes and his Hokage one too, because it's like, yo, like 1 year, like I told myself 1 year, it's a weekend event. I'm gonna just go all 3 days as different versions of Kakashi the way people was acting. I tried to do Spider-Man, tried to do all the Civil War reenactments, and nobody got them. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do Kakashi all 3 days, but it's okay. Like it is what it is. But yeah, man. It's just it's fun, man. It's fun, and it's like, the way this world is going and all that. You need to learn how to have fun, man. Like people stop being so hard and tough, man. Learn to have fun and relax. And I find pleasure in being a cosplayer, man. And then it's like, what y'all going like? And then I didn't want to.
You're not worried about the no. I'm
like what y'all going like? I'm gonna bar you like I'm a, people say I sound like I'm battle rapping. What you want, battle me? Like you're not going rap this me. I don't care. Like I have no shame. Like I'll shoot a whole video in my Kakashi costume and still get love.
You'll be like Eminem in 8 Mile, write a verse about yourself. It's like, okay, go ahead, say what you need to say.
Yeah, say what you need to say. Yeah. But
man.
but yeah, man, that's it's a part of my life I really enjoy, and I'm glad I got into it before I got old enough to not want to do it. If that makes any sense, it's like, just try it. It was like, because if I was nervous when I first did it, and my friends made it look so enjoyable, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. One, I ain't got no chain. And so like the first time I threw that cosplay on, I got mad love. I was like, yo, this is lit. Like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing this. So yeah, man.
So one of the questions I have, like I said, and I told you this before we even got started, and everybody knows me, I freestyle all of these, so I don't really have a plan. But like, so I guess one of the things I'm curious about is I don't know if you've been paying attention to social media as of lately, but there's been a lot of like gatekeeping within like the otaku community, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that is. It's wild. It's like people getting mad because black girls are going as Hinata,
black women,
all that. Apparently Goku can't be black. It's just many instances where it seems like if you are not of a fair complexion, you have no business engaging within anime or just cosplaying in general. And I say this because one, I see it mostly on TikTok, but you do see it on Twitter too.
I see it on Twitter a lot, and Instagram.
But I was curious. How did you? And like I said, this is really refreshing because it's just good to see another brother that did not lose his smile in this world at this time. How does that one make you feel, and what makes you want to keep doing it? Because even at your age, and I'm not saying you're being childish, but like, what makes you say, you know what, I'm going to keep my childlike wonder, childlike joy, your black boy joy, and I'm not going to listen to any of this. But how does that like make you feel that people are like gatekeeping in the otaku community?
All right, well, let's get this. Let's just walk this out the front door for the people who can't see. I'm high yellow. All right. So I really haven't gotten the scrutiny, even though I am black, like I'm not mixed with anything. I just came out yellow. My brother and sister are chocolate. I just came out yellow. All right. But I haven't gotten any of the scrutiny. But as a black man, I refuse to just like watch my sisters get attacked for liking anime, wanting to be part of the community or whatever. People want to attack them because, they can, their bodies make the cosplay look a little more closer towards the anime if it's like, a bustier character or whatever. And, they're just blessed with their bodies. They got no control over that. Well, I guess they do because it is their choice, but you know what I'm saying? And I refuse to sit by and watch it happen. And then it's like, you want to and then when it comes from like it comes from our own people, our own brothers. It's like, bro, what are y'all doing, man? They want to, it's the whole, black women didn't like me. They don't care about anime back then, but now they want to come in and join the pool table, blah, blah, blah. And I'm on two sides of the fence with that because I was a part of that, process. I was a part of that generation that was bullied for liking it, like I said before. But, also, I understood like, sometimes it's a time to be a nerd and it's a time to just relax. I mean, just relax. Now, if a sister want to be, listen to whoever's watching, black sister, black woman, you want to be Hinata, you want to be, whoever you want to be, go ahead and do it, man. Just go ahead and do it. Knock it out of the park. Because honestly, the black cosplayers are killing it. But I seen all 28 days of cosplay, they've been killing it. You know what I mean? So don't let these people try to, knock your smile off your face and try to discourage you because you a black woman cosplaying as a Japanese, not white, Japanese character. You know what I mean?
It's funny. I met some Japanese cats. And when I say Japanese cats, I mean cat as in vernacular for I'm calling a human being cat, not saying Japanese and cats like I'm trying to say cat is Japanese. People have been coming from my neck lately. They've been coming from my baby hairs, but like I've seen some Japanese cats that are darker than me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when people try to like I said, this gatekeeping, like people are, I feel like I get more of it from the white community because I was one of those kids that like I used to wear fingerless gloves. I got my Sound Village headband in my in my day room and everything like that. I used to wear that thing religiously, and I just did not care.
Bro,
I have a Sonic the Hedgehog. I have a Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, keychain.
Oh, the keychains.
The nerd culture was big over here, but it when it came to like, I noticed that with this space, you know, it was just refreshing to see. Like every time I went down my feed, I saw my boy Q. He's rocking something anime related. I said, "Go ahead, black man, go ahead, like do it."
Hey man, I appreciate that. You know what's crazy? I'm actually more nerdier now than I was back then. That's the funnier part about it. Like I'm way more nerdier now than I was back then. It's just the difference is I rap. I got a Philly beard. My Philly beard came in. You know what I mean? So that's the only difference. But it's like, bro, like I'm still me, man. And you know, the other part of gatekeeping too that I don't like is when like I said, like men try to keep women like women, period. Like I'm removing color for a moment, and they try to you know just they want to make it an all boys club. And it's like, bro, why are you, you know, speaking as a man, it's like, why are you trying to keep the ladies out of this, man? You should want the women to come over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if y'all
because then it gets weird.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, why do y'all want to just have all dudes here? No, that's corny. Like, bring the ladies over. Because here's the thing. I always make a joke, right? I always make this joke. And it's like, y'all gatekeep the women who be doing all these underground animes. And then it's like, you know, a guy like me who's cool and got style and rap and all that, only can name you like 3 anime. And y'all letting me come right on in. I don't know nothing about what y'all talking about, but I'm a dude, so y'all letting me in. Meanwhile, sister over here got a whole encyclopedia right here in her brain, and you ain't even letting her in, man.
You
like,
say in her brain? You say in her brain? Her brain?
Yeah, her brain, her mind is an encyclopedia of anime and manga culture. And y'all want to let her in because she's a woman. Meanwhile, I can only name you like 5 Naruto characters and a One Piece guy. Like, and y'all letting me walk right in. That's stupid, man. And I just feel like that needs to stop. Like, it's like, yo, I hate that, man. I hate that. It's like, dude, she's cute. Let her come over. Like, what are you doing? But whatever. I don't care, man. Whatever. You want to? I'm gonna go over there.
You're doing what makes you're doing what makes you happy, and you know what? That's
yeah. I'm gonna go over here and have fun with the people. Yeah, dude. When the black people get together at these conventions, it's like a barbecue, but we dressed up, man. It'd be so dope, man. Hold on. Oh, my fault.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. You good?
You're in Maryland, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you been to like Otakon back when it was in Baltimore?
I have yet to go to Otakon one time. I'm gonna be real.
Dude,
with you.
oh man,
I keep hearing it's amazing. I was gonna go last year. But then the pandemic happened.
Yeah, man. Dude, it's so. I mean, it's in DC now, but back when it was in Baltimore too, though, it was dope. But I actually like it now when it's in DC, just because you know, I can't get no decent seafood, but I can get some decent ramen down there. So
we got some pretty good ramen spots up in Maryland.
No, but I'd rather it be in Baltimore so I can get the seafood.
Oh yeah, I feel you there. So. Yeah, DC's a hike. I was just out there. Well, not just, but I was out there in August. Back when we had it was the March on Washington, celebrate the speech of Martin Luther King, the I Have a Dream speech. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how you said that, you know, when black people dress up, it's like a barbecue, but it's just in costumes. You know, it's kind of funny. We didn't get to have Otakon this year, brother, but I wish I got a picture of these folk, but it was so hot. And my phone was dead. Yo, I saw Power Rangers, but they were all black folks. And I'm like, yo, did y'all really?
That's like
it was crazy. They had like the Green Ranger had like the Nigerian flag sewn into his costume and everything. I was like, yo, this is that. I was like, that. Y'all, when y'all get creative and just learn how to have fun, y'all can do it. That's
what I'm saying, man. Being like black people, just like they just know how to make cosplay stylish, man. Like they they just add their own seasoning to it, man. It'd be so dope, bro. It'd be so dope. They just put a little spice to it, man. And that's why I love being black, man.
Got to.
I love being black. I love the culture. You know what I mean? It's amazing, man. It's a wonderful feeling. And like I feel like I'm not saying, all right, let me choose my words correctly because I don't want to offend anybody, but it's like, as far as like defending people, defending my cosplay sisters and all that, like I just feel like I want to do more just because it's like I haven't experienced it, and I know it's because I'm light skinned, man. I know it's because I'm light skinned. Like I had a long talk with an older brother of mine. He was asking me like, not to take it, well, you know what, you're gonna take it left. You're a political guy, but he was like, yo, do you feel like, you be getting let off easy when you get pulled over? Simple question. I was like, you know what? I do feel like that because I remember like this was so random. I don't know. This is one thing my missus was telling me stop doing these speeches, but like I remember
you keep saying Mrs. Are you married? I didn't know you were married, bro.
No, I'm engaged.
Oh, well,
congratulations. I call her the missus because I
speaking into existence.
I try not to say her name in public, so I call her Mrs. But
I understand.
So like if she tells me not to go on these rambles because she's like, he didn't ask you that, but I be trying to connect everything. There's layers with me, man.
Brother,
so like,
man, let me tell you, hold on real quick. Slow down for 1 second. So this is the space to get comfortable. I always tell people, well, I didn't tell you before we started. I'm like, look, man, if you got a drink before you hop on here, take a drink. If you got to smoke something before you hop on here, you know what I'm saying? Just all I ask is don't get naked. Just don't get naked.
Oh, yeah. No.
That is my only. Just don't get naked. You can try to disrespect me. I have the remove button. Other than that, you are more than fine, my brother.
Right,
only thing I sugarcoat is Kool-Aid. If I had a problem with you're good though. You good, my brother.
For sure. But no, it's all. I promise you all, people listening, it's going to connect. So I was saying, it's like somebody, like I said, my older brother, he was asking me like, yo, do you feel like you get let off because of your skin? And I'm like, yeah. And I had to think about it. And I remember this one time, bro, I didn't even get around the corner and I got pulled over, right? Registration expired. Inspection expired. I got the expired insurance card. I left the new one in my house. And that's what I was going back for. Cops pulled me over because apparently I ran the stop sign. I don't know. And I couldn't even open my window because my window was frozen. So like I had to like open my door. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, my window's frozen, my bad. And he's just like, yo, you ran the stop sign. Like, can we get your paperwork? Whatever. I gave him my paperwork. He came back and was just like, yo, just drive a little careful. It's icy out here, blah, blah, blah. Let me go. And I'm like, yo, are you serious? Like, I'm like, my paperwork says, I'm looking at my paperwork like, yo, this is all old. Y'all let me go. And that's when I realized, like, yo, maybe it's because I'm light skinned. And so I feel like, you know what?
Can I say something, my brother? You're really not that like light though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because
if you see my siblings, it's night and day, bro. Night and day. If you see my siblings, my brother and sister,
you may be the light. You might be the lightest in the litter, my brother. But I've seen lighter. Okay, like
no, for sure. But compared to them, like they're chocolate. They're chocolate, and I came out yellow. I'm the middle child.
Hey, like, man, I'm not here for all that. Look here, man. A little bit of chocolate syrup and some vanilla ice cream is still chocolate ice cream. You're fine, my brother. My goodness.
Nah, for sure, man. Yeah. So anyway, so I was saying that to say like I'm gonna try to, if y'all gonna let me slide because I'm light skinned, cool. I'm gonna infiltrate. And I'm gonna get on y'all next. Like, why? Like, y'all need to leave these sisters alone, leave these brothers alone, let them cosplay who they want to cosplay as. Because my friends will tell you, like, in my cosplay group, I'm the fighter. Like, I'd be ready to trade hands and disrespect my homie because he's Peter Parker, but he's dark skinned. You know what I mean? So, that's my thing with gatekeeping, though, man. Like, it has to stop. It's so it's annoying. And when it comes from other black men, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because you had an incident back in middle school, elementary and middle school. So did I. Grow up, you know what I mean? Get a haircut. Get a haircut, you know what I mean? Take a bath and try again. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, I don't know, man. People try to hold grudges. Not me. Maybe that's what it is. Not me.
So let's take off of anime for a second, because I'm pretty sure now that I know you really into otaku, we could talk offline about this. Because I mean, like, now I got somebody to bounce anime bars off of. This is great.
Fire.
But so one of the things I wanted to ask you, because like I said, I've just, I've been kind of curious to see, especially from Christians of, African American descent, Hispanic descent, how this time period, or I would say like the last, I want to say like 5 years has been. So, I'm talking about, Trump, like I would say like the election of 2016, Trump getting into office. Has the last administration impacted your faith in any way? And if so, how would you describe that for yourself?
I mean, I guess if anything, it's made it stronger, because it was just like, people, I try not to focus so much on the negative. And if I do, I keep it within my home, just because like, it's like, we're all like, people are already dealing with the negativity outside of the house. If I try to keep my house peaceful, but like I said, me and the missus can have a civil conversation about politics if we wanted to, but it's like, I try to keep it peaceful, try to, just show love on everybody, especially when, this whole MAGA thing got out of control. I just try to show love on everybody, man. So I think it, if anything, it increased it, or at least kept it stable from where it was already at. And I just try to hold my ground, stay on my square, and don't let nothing rattle me. That's about it, honestly. Like, it didn't really do much. 'Cause like I said, I tried not to pay attention to it so much to where I had to take it outside with me, take it to work with me, bring it home with me. Like, I don't, I'm not doing all that, man. Especially because like my job, it's already like tough with the pandemic. And it gets to the point where like, I'm mad at, I'm already mad at work. I'm not going to try to be mad at work and bring politics into it at the same time, bring that home with me. So, if I'm going to be mad at anything, it's going to be work and not the, political agendas of the people.
So one of the things I'm curious about though is like, and I get that like the last year that we were in a pandemic. So I don't know about Philly per se. I went to a couple of protests in Philly, help a couple of activists in the area and everything. But I don't know what you guys, as far as institution of churches, was like during this pandemic. Were you guys did you guys have church services or anything during this time last year?
Yeah, they just took it. They just it's been live. Church has been being live streamed, because my church was already live streaming anyway for the people who can't come out. So when the pandemic is watching it online now versus the people who can't make it. That was nothing. I'm not sure, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what my church did during like, as far as like the protests and all that, besides, the street teams and whatnot. But yeah, man, I really don't know. Like I said though, like people were still watching church. I mean, we're having this Bible study going on right now as we speak. So
man.
that
hopefully you read your Bible outside of Bible study. I get on people for that.
I'm not even gonna be one of those guys, bro. I need to.
Man. Like, I'll have to plug you into my online community group. I just one of them is in the comment section. Is my sister Maya right here. She actually congratulated you for your engagement.
Oh, I've been engaged for a year. Thanks, sister.
Hey, man, we celebrate. We're gonna celebrate until the wedding bells. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that I've established over the last I would say like 2 months is like, a bunch of like Christian creatives. We met each other through Ruslan, actually, through his Patreon community. And I heard a testimony from one of the brothers there in my community group. They were basically saying like, during this time, during a pandemic, being, a black man during this time, it was a really trying time and everything. And for me, my heart broke. So I was like, we aren't connected because we live in different states. We all are kind of in the same boat because we don't have our churches. We're in this pandemic. We don't know how long we're going to be in this pandemic. So I've kind of established this online community called Divinity. So I can plug you in, brother. We be having Bible studies randomly. I'll be like, I'll have to send you a video. I randomly did a Bible study about like off of Black Panther theology. It's pretty fire. I'll have to send that to you. But hey, man,
because
you ever want to
like
get in the word?
I noticed like I have not been dipping in my word. Like I and I try to be real with myself. Like read your Bible. Try to at least do the verse. Try to read the Bible verse of the day at least. So yeah, man. I appreciate that, bro.
I got you. I'll definitely plug you in, dog. But one of the things that I was curious about is, so I think like during something that I've realized is because, okay, so a little bit about myself. I didn't get saved until I was 19. So I don't really have too much of a familiarity. I didn't have like an upbringing in the church. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have I didn't have like a church culture influence growing up, but it wasn't until 2016 when I realized how easy it was that politics can influence faith and how faith isn't really influencing politics like we claim it does. I was curious for you, did you see like a shift in the atmosphere in your church at all when Trump was in office at one point? Well, in the last 4 years, I would say.
To be honest, not really. I mean, I go to a predominantly Black church, so I don't think anybody in
God
there
bless you, man.
Yeah. My church is pretty as big as it is, though, right? It's multicultural, but it's predominantly Black. Like let's just call a spade a spade. But I don't think I haven't seen any any shiftings or anything. And it's like, and the thing is like people think because you're not Republican, you're not, you're for abortion and all that. And it's like, no, we're not. We're against racism. That's it. I don't know what abortion has to do with racism, but okay, go off, sis. But yeah, I haven't seen anything personally. But at the same time, like I said, it's online service, so I'm not there with the people. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Shaking hands and hugging the mothers and all that. So
Gotcha. One thing that I and I don't know if you remember this, but it was funny because I was actually looking through the text messages like before I decided to invite you on the pod. I went ghost essentially. It's funny, Casper went ghost after George Floyd happened because of after George Floyd happened because I decided to start hitting streets and just start trying to make change. And I don't know if you remember this. I texted you back in like May of last year. I was like, hey brother, hey man, it's Casper. I just wanted to check in on my brothers of the faith. I was checking on you, I was checking on Mitch, I was checking on Jared, I was checking on Cut Right, it just because you know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, I can't speak for myself, but after I saw what happened to Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, like I was changed forever. You know what I'm saying? And I remember specifically, brother, you was not saying you were losing your victory, but you were definitely giving people the ones and the twos on the keyboard on Facebook because people get crazy in the comment section.
Man, I don't, like I said, man, I don't tolerate. And my thing is like. Because some people are just being racist. Like, I feel like they're doing it just to troll people and get a rise out of people. It's like, yo, I mean, y'all want to take it there, we could take it there. But it's like, I just don't tolerate it, man. I don't tolerate like racism. I don't tolerate bullying. So I'm gonna say something, especially if it's against somebody like who's like, known like mainly peaceful or non-confrontational. And it's weird because in person, you're
a pretty chill dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty non-confrontational. Like. So for me to be able, but it's like if I see somebody getting bullied, like that's all out the window now, man. It's like, nah, it's up now, man. But yeah, man. Sometimes people gotta get it, man. People gotta get it. People gotta hear it. That's all it is. I'm from Philly, man. We don't. This is how it is sometimes, man. That's how it is.
That's
sometimes.
Funny. I got a shirt off my site that says I love Jesus, but you can still get this smacktivism. Like I love the one, but I'm also not the one. Like don't do it. Don't.
These hands is very saved, man. They very saved. I could
Yeah,
lay hands
exactly.
on you, or I could lay hands on you. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
oh man.
But so I guess like the better way to ask my question is, so I know that like with Ahmaud Arbery, you know, seeing the video of like what happened to him, and then shortly after that,
Mm-hmm.
May 25th, I think it was, with George Floyd, that had me shook. Like I wasn't able to eat for a week. I was curious. I mean, I'm not gonna assume you saw the video, but if you did see the video or just hearing about it, how did that impact you, man?
Nah, man. I didn't watch it. I don't like watching them, man. I don't, just because
Understandable.
it's like that could be my uncle, that could be my father, that could be my brother, man.
Mhm.
You know, and prayers to his family as always. You know, but just hearing about it, it made me sick to my stomach, man. Because it's like, when's it going to end? When's it going to end? Like, and I'm trying, you know, and it's sad because we get to the point where it's I forgot the word I wanted to use, but when we just get used to it now, and we just go deaf to it now, and it's just like, oh,
Numb to it.
another numb to it. Yeah, it's like, well, another black man dead by the cops. But like when that George Floyd happened, I don't know, man. Like just seeing the outrage. Like when I saw that outrage on the internet, I'm like, all right, something's about to happen. Something's
Mhm.
about to happen. Like, this pandemic thing is about to go in the back burner. Something's about to happen because I just felt the energy in the air, man. It's like, I mean, what Beanie Siegel say, I could feel it in the air, man. And it was just different. It was just different. I'm like, yo, to see my brothers and my sisters, you know, fight for something. Yeah, I mean, to actually fight for something. Desensitized. Thank you, sis. That's the word I was looking for. But to see my black brothers and sisters actually go out and march for something, to fight for something. We are living what we read about in history books. Man. This is history class
Mhm.
101. And it's like my kids are gonna hear about this, man. So, you know, just to be able to live it, it's just like, dude, this is different, man. In the middle of a pandemic at that, this is different.
Mm. Yeah,
And
boy, it's like this
dude,
pandemic. Like
so
I think what happened with Black America, honestly, it was like, yeah, I said this in one of my speeches at my rallies. I said, yeah, we're already dealing with COVID, 19,
mhm.
but we've been dealing with a virus since 1619.
Yeah.
Basically,
Oh yeah, it's fucking real.
since we were brought here on ships. And
Yeah.
as you just said, for us, I'm not saying, Chris Rock has a quote in one of his stand-ups. He said, somebody asked him, hey, do you think the black man is an endangered species? And his answer back to that was no, because endangered species are protected by the government. So I
Mm-hmm.
think for us, we were thinking to ourselves, you know what? Even if I get sick, we have to do something. And
Yeah.
bro, Philly, I mean, I remember you. First off, I didn't even have to see you at no rallies or anything like that. I was in Philly maybe for one day. It was before things in my state started turning up. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember the media was really painting Philly in a crazy light, and you were going in on social media. You
Yeah.
were like,
Yeah.
yo,
Cause
don't talk about my city like that, yo. Like
yeah.
just for you to kind of like, because I've been talking to activists like all over the country, but kind of give us like I guess like a on ground like perspective or just your experience. What was going on in Philly during this time?
Um, well, here's my thing. I'm not really big on like I don't I don't like crowds like that, but the missus wanted to go march. So I ain't gonna let her go by herself. So I went. I was
Mhm.
nervous. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause it's like this is, I mean, it's not a festival, it's a protest, it's a rally. Anything could happen, you know? So it's like, I was nervous, man. But when I got there, it was kind of cool. Like I was, I calmed down a little bit. You know what I mean? I took my breaths and it was just like, all right, we here, man. This is what it is. And people were trying to say like Philly was going crazy, and it's like, no, we're not. I'm here right now. It's a regular old peaceful old march. Like, what are y'all talking about? I'm not here. What are you talking about? And like to I just don't like when people try to paint my city in some bad like try to say one thing when it's not actually happened. Like I remember when we won the Super Bowl and people were talking about, yo, y'all just gonna burn Philly down, blah blah blah. Dude, my job sent me downtown the next day. It was quiet as a mouse, clean, nothing was I mean, it was like maybe there
And
was
that was white
people,
people. I'm sorry.
but
That was
oh well,
that was that was
yeah, of course. That was all South Philly, but dude, it was like I'm sitting here and like, I'm like, I thought y'all said we burnt the city down. I'm out here right now. It's quiet. It's quiet. You know when it first snows and you go outside at night and it's silent? That's what it was like outside in the middle of February. Clean, nothing going on. So it's like, yo, I hate when people try to paint. I hate when people try to put an extra coat of trash on Philadelphia because you know, we already got the rep with, you know, the shootings down here. Because I mean, it's still Philadelphia, unfortunately, and you know, people die out here. That's the sad reality of it. And you know, we already got that going on. But try to put your political, you know what I mean, your political gas on it. Like, look at y'all tearing down the city, looting and doing this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, y'all just destroyed the place after the Super Bowl. What are you like? What are we doing? So, you know, I try to do what I can, but you know, I understand I'm one man and it is what it is. But as long as I'm breathing, I'll make sure y'all not putting that extra gas on my city, man. That's it.
and I think that's what it was. One, it was okay. So I was there. I'm trying to think. I started talking about as far as hitting the streets. I was there the Saturday where I think it was like I want to say it was, I don't even know if it was the National Guard, but when I was in Philly this day, it was on a Saturday, and I noticed that there was a march. I don't know. I didn't bump into you or anything like that. Like I said, I was just there because I had family going out there, and they were like, I'm about to go out here, and it's my little cousin out there by himself. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's he's one of those people, like he's one of those, if he feeds off of other people's energy, then he's gonna turn up. And I had no idea if I didn't know if he was gonna be able to keep himself composed by himself. So I went out there, you know what I mean? And when I was out there, even though y'all were, it was peaceful. Now and then at one point, and I don't know if you remember this, and I don't even know if it was that same day you might have went out, but there were some plants. And when I mean some plants, there were some random white people in like SWAT gear, and they were walking by like department stores and like breaking glass and stuff. I don't know if you possibly remember that, but it was literally like, I'm trying to think, June.
Do you know where
3rd?
do you know where this where that march happened at? Like where in Philly? Was it Center City? Because I was in Center City by the art museum, you know, the Rocky Steps. Yeah, I was over, that's where we were.
All I know is that when I was there, like the demonstration in which that Philly put out, it was beautiful. It was peaceful. We even had, there was like this one, I wish I got video, but I try not to be on my phone, especially in areas I don't know. But, you know, there was a sister that gave a spoken word, and then everybody was like, you know, talking with their mask on, of course. But then everything went left because people started like smashing windows in department stores and stuff. And it was going crazy. But it wasn't you guys, at least from what I saw, because everybody that started this peaceful display, everybody left and it was just fine. But
I mean, we could call it, we could say what it was too. We got some knuckleheads out here who take advantage of what was going on. Cause like I remember West Philly, you know, that's boy, that's where majority of my family's from. I remember West Philly got torn up. It was like West Philly going towards City Line Avenue, and they broke it to the Target and all that. And I remember like just working, and I had to deliver like my job be sending me wherever in Philly. So it's like they'll send me downtown, and then I gotta go through the suburbs. But to get through the suburbs, you gotta go through West Philly. And I remember driving through West Philly, and I see the National Guard out there, rifles loaded and everything ready to go. But you know, again, like my anger was like y'all caring more about Target than a black man's life. But I will say though, like people destroying the black businesses, that was kind of that, you know, that was unfortunate and that was unnecessary. You know what I mean? But aside from that, like it's Target. There's a Target two blocks away from the one that got destroyed. They're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? So
I had somebody I heard a video. It was like as all this was going on, like people were wondering like why are they destroying their neighborhoods if they care about their community? And this woman said, "We don't own this. What are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to condone like the acts of, terror or anything that people, the propaganda they try to label these things. But one of the things that she was saying, she was like, we were never allowed to own or be a member of our community to begin with. Like y'all showed us that every time we tried to build something, y'all burned it down. Every time we tried to build something, you said you grew up in Philly, but I mean, you weren't here when this happened. But Philly got bombed. You know what I'm saying?
Philly got bombed.
They dropped a whole. They dropped a whole bomb on y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying?
You know what's
every
crazy?
Time,
I realized. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no,
you made
you're good, brother. Go ahead.
Bro, I realized talking to some folk, a lot of people didn't know that until like recently, and I felt blessed because like I heard about that years ago in was it high school? No, low key might have been middle school. I remember hearing about the move. And they dropped. They couldn't call it a bomb, but it was a bomb. They couldn't call it a bomb though. It was it was a bomb, but they couldn't call it a bomb. I forgot what they call penetration device. I don't know. They couldn't call it a bomb though. But yeah, I remember that, man. I remember that. Yeah, I remember the story. I don't remember. Obviously, I wasn't there. I was too young. But I remember that though. Yeah, yo, good point, man.
I just think that like as you were saying, like I got frustrated, and I saw that in my own city. You know, we had the Baltimore riots after Freddie Gray in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2015. And you know, people were just like you. I saw it, like I resonated with your anger through social media because everybody was talking about your city and everything like that. For me, I was getting frustrated because all these white people had something to say about my city. And I made a point and I was like, if you only go to Baltimore when there's sneaker releases, sporting events, and when they're doing the not even that, the rinky dinky like Christmas festival they do on the harbor, and that's all you know of my city. Keep your mouth off my city, yo. Like it's just, you're not, because people, and I don't really know. When I say I don't know Philly, I don't have a habitual relationship with Philly, but my city, as far as Baltimore, is so much more than what the news shows. And I felt, I definitely like, I felt your pain while you were going through that, like last summer. Even it was a small display, not as big as like what was going on in my state years ago, but I definitely, like, my heart broke just seeing like how it deeply impacted you, man.
Yeah, man. Because it's like, dude, this is a historical city, man. It's a historical city and it's a musical city, man. And like, y'all not going to just, throw all the extra dirt on there. Like, yeah. It's murders out here. It's bad. I agree with you on that.
There's murder everywhere.
Yeah, but it's murder everywhere. You want to talk about that, fine, but don't throw this extra gas on there to fuel your political agenda. You know what I mean? That's why I was proud. I was so proud when because they made that meme when Trump was talking about bad things happening in Philly. He loses Pennsylvania because of Philly. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, bad things happen out here. I was proud of that, man. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. People aren't going to stop manipulating social media for their political gains, and they're going to try and talk down on the city. I don't know what else to do but to throw my 2 cents out there.
Yeah, I my grandmother on my mother's side was born in Philly, so she used to always talk about what it was like growing up out there. And I think, even you could probably say this too. You could probably speak to this. The beauty of Philadelphia is not. It's not as saturated. It people forget about the history, the beautiful history of Philadelphia from like the 60s and everything like that, because of what's been happening, I would say, in the last like 20 years or so. And and so when people like talk bad about it, and though I didn't grow up in Philly or anything, but hearing how my grandma used to grow up in Philly, where she said that you could just walk into somebody's house and it actually used to be cool in Philly. I was like, huh? That's Philly. Yeah. She's like, yeah. She said, and then, it was funny because like I used to watch Fresh Prince growing up. And when Phil would talk, when Will's homeboy came over to California, and he was like, this is where you get the cheesesteaks at. He's like, yes, dripping through the bag. And then my grandma could attest to it. She was like, she said, Philly, Yeah, you'll buy a $20 cheesesteak at 2 o'clock in the morning in Philly. It's that good.
If
And
you
I'm
go to the
like,
right spot, yeah. You go to the right place, you
yeah.
get a cheesesteak that late, man, on a Friday or a Saturday night. But keep it a bean though, like, you know, they got health code, you know, they got health codes to what's the word I'm looking for? Go by.
Black people ain't
So
never
you
listen to me. Black people don't
listen,
really care about all that.
No, but I'm saying, nah, yeah, right. But you know, the bag ain't dripping with grease no more. But the cheesesteaks is still fire out here, man. The cheesesteaks is still fire out here.
Yeah, we okay.
Go.
Listen, I was just telling one of my brothers yesterday, when Popeyes had that chicken sandwich, I said, let me tell you something. That chicken sandwich was so fire. They was like, I don't even care that the man that rung me up was smoking a blunt in my face. Like, let me get that chicken real quick.
Hey,
like,
man.
I went to a
Had
concert.
that
I went to this Andy Mineo and Lecrae concert in Philly. It was I think it was the Coming In Hot tour that they had 2018.
When was this?
It was like the day before Halloween, if I'm not
that?
mistaken. I don't know, brother.
Oh, all right, yeah, no, because you know my birthday's before Halloween, so I was probably out celebrating. That's probably what it was.
But man, I remember we got out of there. It got so hot in the show. Okay, it was super hot. Like we shut down the audio system. It was hot as hell in that in that venue. And then I remember when I got out of there, I was like, wait, I am not driving back to Maryland without getting a cheesesteak. Man, this cheesesteak probably cost me $15. Guess what? I paid $15 and they only took cash. So I went to the ATM in this spot, had I think it was like a $2 convenience fee. And I still paid for the cheesesteak.
Yo, you lagged out on my side badly. I missed that whole story.
Oh, you did?
I missed that whole story. It froze on me. I'm like, huh?
That's crazy. So
you
I was
said
saying,
you shut down the sound systems and then you went into the Matrix.
Oh man, it's crazy. So I said
that Trekkers ain't want you to say that story. That's what it was.
Probably, but we were in this venue. It was Lecrae probably only got 2 songs off. Like Andy just got done performing, and it got so hot in there that we fried the audio system. And then I remember we were just rocking out in there. DJ Promote was just playing music. You know, it was live. It was lit. And then I remember when we got out of the venue, I was like, nigga, I'm hungry. Oh my God. And like, I remember I was like, before I head back to Maryland, I'm getting me a cheesesteak. It was like maybe 12 o'clock at night. And it was like down the block from the venue. And the cheesesteak probably cost me like $15. But guess what? The place also did not take debit cards, so you had to use cash. I was like, okay.
This is where I'm thinking. This is the one I'm thinking of. Y'all just went to the wrong. They have 2 locations on the same street, and you're supposed to go further down the street, and that one takes card. It's further down than one of the. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's the one. You remember the name?
I'll have to go through my Ticketmaster because I have the venue of the place. But apparently that place it's notorious for having like the audio system, like they shut it down all the time. But I just remember when I'll have to go through my Ticketmaster and I'll get that for you. But I just remember I was so hungry and like I love cheesesteaks from Philly, boy. And they didn't take cash, and I was
Typical.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, but we got an ATM though." The ATM gate charged me like $2.75 for a convenience fee, and I was like, "Am I about to pay $15? Am I about to pay $18 for a cheesesteak? I'm about to pay $18 for a cheesesteak. Get my man's one, get my girl at the time, and yeah, I dropped like almost $70 because the drinks were like $4. I was like, damn, y'all running my pockets like that. But
I'm trying to think, like, where'd you go?
I got you. I'm telling you, after the pod, I got you.
Tell me. I feel like you got robbed, low key, but I'm saying, like, where did he
I don't
go?
care.
Some places aren't that expensive. Oh yeah, no, some places are that worth it.
It was a foot long. It was a foot long. They charged me a couple of extra dollars for the same amount of inches. It didn't matter. It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I've always appreciated Philly. And one thing I'm kind of curious about. So you grew up in Philly. You guys are a very hip hop oriented city.
Yes, sir.
What were some of your influences growing up within like music growing up? that might have morphed, I guess, like your flavor as far as like your style and everything like that when it comes to music.
Yeah. Well, you know, so shout out to my dad. He, like, any music influences I got was from him because he played all types of genres in the car. You know what I mean? From rap to hip hop to gospel music. And you know, so like I grew up listening like all the State Property, Rockefeller, Beanie Siegel, Freeway. Like I memorized Freeway's verse to What We Do by like age 12, age 14, I don't know. And yeah, I want to say my influence though from my style, like it started off like because when I started Christian rap, I just listened to like Lecrae and like Trip Lee, whoever was in 116 at the time. And that's where I started at. But as I grew and I, you know, got into this punchline bar style, I went back to the roots and I started, you know, watching battle rap. And you know, I could say like more so the battle rappers of Philadelphia, Reed Dollaz, Joey Jihad, those are always my first go-to because like Reed had that aggression and that conviction, and then Joey Jihad had that flow, that flavor, and you know, I just try to blend those two in. Like my friends always tell me like Q, like you got one of the best flows I've heard in a while. Like these are people outside of Philly, who just support me and all that, but they be coming up to me on the side, like, bro, you got one of the best flows. Like, forget the punches, forget the pen, like your flow, you be floating, bro. And and that's credit to like Joey Jihad. Now, like Meek Mill, I want to credit Meek Mill for like it's more so Rick Ross for beat selection, but like Meek Mill, I'm gonna credit him in that too. Cause I try to, I always want to have good beat selection, man. I don't want people to say like, Q, this beat ain't it, bro. You know what I mean? So I want to credit Meek Mill and like Rick Ross for beat selection, but like as far as like conviction, Beanie Siegel, Reed Dollaz, and Freeway are that's the trinity for me, man. And then you know, as I tried to, I want to I want to keep that same conviction, but I want to hear artists who rap about Jesus with that type of style. I started getting into like my Philly CHH guys, Eshawn Burgundy, Jafia Life.
Burgundy is so slept on, boy. Like,
bro, that dude is fire, fire. And like everything him and Jafia Life, man, they just be rapping wisdom, and they just make it so easy. They make rapping how they rap so easy, and it's just like, bro, people really don't be rapping like that no more, man. And then there was a period of time where I stopped listening to the mainstream CHH guys, and I only listened to the local guys. So, and going to shows and supporting them and studying under them, so like we got guys out here, Doc Hero, dude is a rock star. He's just a rock star. Like he can go like if it comes to like that cipher type of style, he can go. But like his performance, like his stage presence, that's who I watch as far as stage presence. Dude will do a backflip off a drum set if he could. Like his stage presence is phenomenal. And then you got guys like my guy Tiba Halisi. People of the old days know him as Fiend. We not allowed to call him that anymore. It's like saying Voldemort. He's like, no, that guy is gone. He's dead. Leave it alone. I'm going by my name. So shout out to him. He's a big part of my growth as far as where I am now as a Christian artist, just because like the wisdom he gave me, the time he took to help me grow and understand, like, bro, these platforms, they good for your growth, but it's not the end all be all, man. Try to push your music beyond that, bro. You don't need a cosign. Like, is a cosign from, Rapzilla? Is that a nice cosign to have? Yes. Is it, is that the final straw? No, like push further than that, so shout out to him for that. And, just like the way he raps, you can, like, people say it like I've been told now, people's like, yo, I can tell you really be studying him because y'all, not saying like we sound alike, because dude's pen is phenomenal, but it's like y'all, that aggression, that's his conviction. Like y'all damn near sound identical. So like, shout out to him. Who else? Who else I've been listening to? There's another guy out here, Drew Smith, the Dreamer. He's another one with like wild stage presence. Like his stage presence and his music is just like phenomenal. Him and Doc Hero, like they like Shaq and Kobe, man. They get together, like they tear the whole roof off, man. Yeah, man. Those are my influences, man. But like people, it's mostly battle rap. It's mostly the guys with the aggression, the growl. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get in your face. You know what I mean? You might smell my breath. I might spit on you because I'm rapping like this, all in your ear. Like, you know what I mean? So, that's what it is, man. And I love it, man. I love it because Philly, like, when it comes to being an artist from Philly, it comes with a pride because it's like, dog, like Philly's the mecca of CHH. Like New York is the mecca of hip hop, but Philly is really the mecca of CHH. We talking Cross Movement, The Truth, Eshawn Burgundy. We the mecca of CHH, man. It comes with great pride. And oh man, I forgot too. Black Thought. Oh my Lord, forgive me. Black Thought, the GOAT. Black Thought is the GOAT. I'm not even going. We don't even got to push it no further. Black Thought is the GOAT. The GOAT of hip hop lives in Philadelphia. That's it. But yeah, I forgot he's another influence too, especially as of recently. Cause I've been on this 120% thing. Like I'm giving it all. I'm giving like 2021. I'm giving y'all 120%.
I was curious about that because I noticed you switched your tag up. What made you? Is that like just a mindset? Is it like a moniker? Is it part of your moniker now? What is that to you? What does that mean
both.
to you?
It's both. So let's talk about the present. Let's talk about the recent. As y'all seen, as most people seen, I've been getting a lot of love from Rapzilla lately. And if you would have told me 3 years ago when I had an issue with them that would be happening, I would have thought you were lying. But
what do you mean issue with them, if you don't mind me asking?
So my thing was like, I always thought Rapzilla was overlooking Philadelphia, and it's like, bro, like, how y'all not seeing all these dope artists from my city? Like, I wasn't even saying me. I was putting myself to the side, but still carrying that megaphone. Like, there's people over here who fire. Like, I don't see nobody from Philadelphia getting posted on their Instagram and YouTube and all that. And I felt some type of way, man. So I was taking the torch for my city. Like, yo, like what y'all doing? Like, y'all don't see these guys? Like, it's always somebody from the South. No slight, no slight to anybody from where y'all from, the South, the West, the Midwest. No, this ain't no shade to y'all, but it was just like, I don't see nobody from Philadelphia getting put on, and it's making me mad because we fired. Ain't nobody rapping like us, and what's going on? So that was my thing.
Can I share a video of like why, even though so this may be weird. I caught the hip hop bug in Kansas, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But my people are from New York. So I grew up on people like Kim, as in Rakim, for those that don't know, Wu-Tang from Staten Island, Jay-Z, I grew up, it bled from the top, being like my dad, all his influences as far as like hip hop music from New York bled into me. Never got into 50, neither did he. I'm not about to make this a hot take, but I've always loved the attitude of Philly. And there's this one of my favorite videos from Philly, and you may have seen this.
Go ahead.
It is like,
if it's what I think it is. If it is what I think it is, I know it by heart. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me screen share real quick, and I gotta pause every once in a while because I'm not trying to get demonetized.
Yeah,
real quick. I got you.
Okay, I know this. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
Can you hear it?
Nah, I can't hear it, but I know what's going on. I don't need to hear it because I know it by heart.
I can't. You gotta hear it. It's different because
Go ahead.
You gotta hear it, just because the way that y'all be showing like free love out there, like, and then like the attitude that Philly gets into when they like get into it and everything like that. As soon as
we don't care about Jay-Z verse. We'll get the Beans verse, but Freeway's verse is iconic, bro.
I'll let y'all get away with that.
It's iconic.
Oh my goodness! First off, this system right here is what gives you. This system right here is what gives you chills when you see this joint. Like, hold on real quick. this right here, boy. This
Go
is
ahead.
rob
me
me
a
a person.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't know that little boy didn't know what he was
That little
doing,
boy,
man.
no, he ain't know what he's listening to. He don't know what he's listening to. Listen,
I
yo.
always that moment to me is always been something that I'm like, I appreciate that because it's good to see the pride. That, as somebody said, that is the Philly anthem. Yeah,
That
yo,
is
that
that is that is Philadelphia's anthem. People keep trying to say it's dreams and nightmares. I'm like, no, it's not dreams and
no,
nightmares.
absolutely, that's disrespectful. I'm not
It's
even
not.
a Philly dude, but nah, that freeway verse,
No,
boy.
that freeway verse. Listen, I always say this, Art. So like we got the national anthem and we got our Negro anthem. The national anthem of Philly is What We Do, and the Negro anthem is Reed Dallas's Touch It Freestyle. Those are our two anthems in Philadelphia. If y'all don't know those, I'm questioning your loyalty here. How do you not know those by heart? I mean, I could walk up if I walk up to somebody and go, Young Reed, Southwest representative. They don't finish that. They're not from here. They're not from here, or they 12. They under 20. Because there's no way you've been living here long enough and you don't know that freestyle. But yeah, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Freeway gets a lot of love. I remember Smack finally gave Philadelphia an event. And I was there, man. I made sure I was going. I'm like, nope, it's my first Smack event and it's finally in Philly, bro. They had Freeway come up and rap his verse. Shook the building down, bro. Tore the TLA down. I was like, bro, this is outrageous. I finally got to see Freeway. This is my first Smack event, and I finally get to see Freeway perform this live. It was a dope night, man.
Yeah, man, I love to hear it, yo. It's just like I said, it's always, I think that's what the beautiful thing about hip hop is, like, it, from a distance, from a distance, it's like a fingerprint. They all kind of look the same, but then when you really, really look within, there's these little grooves that every like has, there's a swing to it and everything like that. And I think that's what's just beautiful about it, that you can kind of like hear something, whether it's a heavy, like like, for instance, when I'm talking about like New York music, there's always like this weird, like how they chop up the samples and how they can just let that be the hook of a song. Whether I can't really speak too much of Philly and everything like that, but the knockers y'all have, as far as like the punches y'all put in y'all raps and stuff, there's just that fingerprint that I don't think people really appreciate. And as you said, especially for like CHH, when you said like Eshawn and everything like that, like,
yeah,
it's just y'all got it. And for me, not growing up in the faith and everything like that, like Eshawn was one of the first people I got on for sure. Obviously Lecrae is staple in the community and everything like that.
Of course.
But somebody need to give y'all flowers. So I was just curious, when you said I had issues with them, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that was my little thing. Like, it was just like, yo, why y'all not showing no love? Because it was like I wasn't seeing Eshawn post like that, and then I wasn't seeing nobody from Philly get posted like that. But if, like I said, if you had told me I've been getting that love, I would have said you were lying, man. But recent, oh man, you know what's crazy? I forgot the question. I forgot the question. But oh man,
it wasn't really so much a question, but it's just like, for me to just kind of get a feel of like how hip hop, like what made you catch the bug? Like, when I say the bug, when I describe it to people, as far as like, what was that moment, that encounter, as far as a hip hop artist go, what made you catch the bug? It's like, okay, I'm going to make this, you know what I'm saying? What was that moment for you?
All right. So, I was in my youth church, and my pastor had this group come over, a group from Philly, a group of brothers, and they called themselves the Union. And there's video on YouTube of them rapping at my church, and you see me in this bright neon green shirt, just like watching, studying. And I seen them rap, and that was my first time seeing Christian rap, Christian hip hop. And I'm like, yo, there's such thing as Christian rap? And it's like, I want to try this. So like I said, man, I did this pen to pad, man. I wrote down some bars or whatever, Mother's Day came around, and I was like, yo, I got like a Mother's Day rap. Well, it wasn't a Mother's Day rap, but we call it the Mother's Day rap because it was a rap I did on Mother's Day. It wasn't a rap about Mother's Day. And I was like, yo, I got this rap. Can I rap for y'all? They was like, yeah, go ahead, Q, yeah, Q, go ahead, blah, blah, blah. And I did it, and like the room went nuts. And then like my pastor came back. I don't even know where he was that Sunday. He came over. He's like, "What's going on, yo?" He's like, "Yo, you missed it. Q just rap. Q just rap. Yo, you missed it. He rap. He said we get it popping. Oh, yo, you missed." So he's like, Q, go do it again." And I'm like, "All right, but do it again." And the room went nuts again. And I'm just like, "Yo, this is it, man. This is gonna be it." But it was funny though, because it was a fluke. That whole thing was a fluke. Because I tried it again the next time, and you know, I don't know what happened. I was nervous or whatever. Dude, you can hear the paper in my hand. I'm just like, we and they had a poet, and he was just like, "Go ahead, Q, I got you, bro." Like, man, that brother was shaking. Like everybody, I was like, man, I don't know what happened, man. So, but after that day, I said, I'm not rapping over. Like, I'm gonna start rapping over beats. I'm gonna start memorizing my bars. I'm not doing this paper thing anymore. After that one, that was only my second time rapping. After that, I said, no, we rapping over beats now. Yeah, man. Then the rest is history, man. Here we are.
That's what's up, man.
Oh, the 120%. That's what the question was. All right. I remember.
Well, I mean, we kind of like I said, I don't freestyle all this, man.
I remember now. All right. So this where the 120% came from. So like I said, I've been getting love from Rapzilla recently, and I had the freshman thing. Unfortunately, I didn't make it. It is what it is. But just to be nominated enough, I feel like put them on notice. Hey, the lyricist is here, man. The spitters is here. The dudes with the bars is here. So I said, yo, I'm giving y'all 120%. I'm like, if 100% Q got me nominated, we're gonna go 120%. And like I said, like it was being nominated on the freshman list, and then in the middle of the voting process, Rapzilla comes out of nowhere, updates their playlist cover artists, and I'm one of the cover arts. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Did I think after that, did I think I was gonna be freshman? No. But still, just like, dude, I'm the face of one of the playlists. This is insane. What is going on? So, like, no, if 100% got me this, I'm going 120%. And that's been my thing. That's my motto, man. That's my thing now. It's like, yo, 120%. Shout out the listening session because they know what's going on. So, I got to tap you in with the squad. They know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to say it publicly. Some things I can say publicly. One thing that I can't. I mean, there's one thing there's one thing going on in the music. I can't say it publicly because the people involved. But I'm not playing this year, man. That's been my thing. Which is like, yo, I'm giving y'all 120%, man. And we just going, we gonna switch it up. We gonna try different, I'm gonna keep giving y'all these bars and these punchlines, but I'm gonna switch it up. Y'all gonna hear Q-Flo on the drill beat. Y'all gonna hear Q-Flo try to, rap a little faster. You know what I mean? Try to chop it up, put a little, get a little swaggy on y'all. I ain't gonna be battle rapping on all these beats this time, man. We gonna switch it up. We gonna diversify the listeners. We gonna diversify the music, and I'm gonna just give y'all 120%, man. That's where my mindset is at right now, man. I got 3. I'm in the middle of doing 3 EPs, possibly 4. I'm not sure if the 4th one is really happening. I want it to happen because of the 2 rappers involved. I want it to happen because that'll be a bar fest. But yeah, man, I just 3 collab EPs, man. People just keep coming to me like, yo, bro, we should do an EP. Another 2 brothers, yo, we should do this thing and bring an EP from it. Another brother, Mitch, actually hit me up. Was like, Q, what you think if me and you did a collab EP?
I saw that in the group chat.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw it. I'm like, bro, I'm with it, man. That'll be number 3, possibly number 4. And ironically, the 4th one was actually the first one that was brought up. It was actually the first EP I did that was brought up. Like I said, I haven't heard from them brothers in a minute. I should check on them. Actually, now that I say that, I'm gonna check on them tomorrow. But hopefully that one is still happening. Just because, like I said, the MCs involved, they are spitters, and it's all Philly dudes. It'll be 3 Philly dudes on the EP. So yeah, man, I'm working, man. I'm working. Like, so there's no need for me to put out an album now. Like, I'm doing all these projects with people, man. So, we got that. I got a concert next week. I'm doing my own concert, virtual. It'll be live streamed. I mean, I got my dad drumming for me. I got two other artists musicians that I worked with before. I got my man Prodi from Philly coming through. He gonna rock the mic with me too. It's gonna be a fun time. And yeah, man, we just gonna keep working. Cause like you're a mental health guy. You're big on mental health. And like when the list finally came out, it turned out that I was actually more upset than I thought I was. Because it was like the campaign run between, the day they announced it and the day the list was released, my campaign run was impeccable, bro. Like, I really felt like I grew my fan base up even by a little bit. But it was just like the way, the magnitude of what happened between that, which is incredible. So I didn't think I was a shoo-in, but it was like, yo, I might make it on like, shot clock. I might make it on the buzzer beater. And but I didn't. And I didn't realize I was more upset than I thought I was because, I had the team. Shout out my the listening session group, man. I had the team going to bat for me. It was like, nah, y'all robbed Q. Q got snubbed, this, then, and third. Like, y'all robbed my mans. And I was saying like, yeah, the squad, they doing it for me. They doing the outrage for me. And then I was just telling myself, Q, there's a time in the season. It might not be your time in the season. But then it was like, bro, like I went to bed and I had a nightmare about it. You know what I mean? And it was just like me and like, how they had the Kermit the Frog meme?
Yeah, I know.
And it was like, yeah, so it was like me and it was hoodie me. It was like, yeah, nigga, you ain't make it. You ain't make it, blah, blah, blah. And I woke up like, yo, I'm actually hurt. Like, I'm actually upset about it, man. So,
what do you think that was for you?
I don't know. Like, I don't want to say I'm a sore loser, but I don't like losing, especially, I don't like losing, but I'm not a sore loser. Like, I wasn't going to throw a temper tantrum about it. Like how, how Rapzilla go through it enough. I'm not going to throw a temper tantrum and attack them for voting for who they thought was worth it. I mean, it was a lot of MCs who got snubbed, or, not get snubbed, but that's not the word I want to use, but it was a lot of MCs who didn't get voted for it. A lot of like rappers, lyricists who didn't get voted on that list. So, it is what it is, but like, I don't know why it hurt me more than I thought it did. Like, I don't know. Like, the missus always tell me, like, I be suppressing my anger, suppressing my sadness. And maybe that's, I mean, she's usually right. So I ain't gonna argue her about it. But I don't know what it was, bro. I just woke up. Like, I woke up and like just upset. Like, hey, bro, I really ain't make it, man. Like, that sucked. But like I said, like at first I was cool. I accepted it. But after that, like I said, people were going on there. He got snubbed, she got snubbed runs. I saw my name get tossed out there a few times. Shout out the crew. The crew, I love them brothers, man. They shouted me out too. It was like, Q, it just wasn't your time, but you got the bars. You know what I mean? I had people saying like I had people saying like, Q-Flo is somebody, when it comes to lyrics, Q-Flo is somebody you should listen to and learn from. I never thought I would be in that, like I would hear my name in that sentence, so there's more there's more positive things to focus on than the negative things. I just didn't know the negative things impacted me as hard as I thought it did. So, that's what it was. But yeah, this 120%, man. That's the mode I'm on now, brother. That's the mode. Like, I'm knocking out features. I'm knocking out, my own songs or whatever. Like, I got 2 songs dropping on concert day just because I want to catch up to my release windows. Because I try to schedule my releases ahead of time, but like a few of my songs got backed up because of some things with the art. But featured artists had little issues with, not issues, personal issues like we beefing or anything, but it was just like, they weren't coming back to me in time, or like, just text messages or whatever got mishandled. So my window got messed up. So I got 2 songs dropping. That's, we just gonna keep knocking out singles. I'm gonna, work on these EPs, focus on this concert. And I'm gonna just keep telling people 120%, man. Because bro, I'm gonna tell you when we get off air, man. But the news I just got yesterday, I know I'm going in the right direction, bro. After I got booked for this one song, bro. Whoo, when I tell you, bro, like wait till when we off air, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. But 120%, man, that's the mode I'm on, bro. That's the mode I'm on. I'm be wilding, bro. I promise you, man. All for the kingdom, of course. All for the kingdom.
Nah, you're good, man. I was curious because so I've been playing this song on repeat since you dropped it, and it's a little different from like your usual stuff that I'm like accustomed to. Like I was a huge fan of War Drum, like that whole project. I'm a huge fan of that. But something about this Wildflower, bro. It had, and I hope you don't find this to be insulting. It had a. I noticed that, like, as you said, like you say 120%. And what I hear is that you've opened, I'll use a Mike Guy reference, you've entered a new gate. I've noticed that with this Wildflower, bro, there's a level of depth that you've like tapped into that. What inspired Wildflower for what did Wildflower 2 for you, bro?
Wildflower 2? Well, I like the way, like the success of Wildflower 1. I was like, you know what? I'll do a number 2. And sometimes I just be writing songs with no concept, no hook. It's just me just writing, and I just be writing bars and like, yo, let me try and knock these. You know, I'm gonna see how these punchlines go with this song. And you know, the motivation was like I said, the success of Wildflower 1. And you know, just me wanting to elevate my pen and elevate my punches more. But sometimes I'll be trying to get songs out there so I can have a punchline first, right? It's like no, because like that Elon Musk bar, bro. I'm saying like I you know, if somebody said it, I never heard it. But if nobody said it, I want to get it out there first. So when somebody hear it, it's like, nah, Q-Flo already said that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, there's sometimes it's like that. Like I just try to get my punchlines out there first, so nobody could say I stole anything or whatever, because y'all ain't gonna say Q-Flo stole anything. But it was that, and like I said, I'm gonna repeat it. The success that I saw with Wildflower number 1 was just amazing. It was like I'm gonna give y'all a second one, but I want to do it on a more mellow beat because I'm trying to, you know, I'm not trying to rap over the same type of beats all the time, and I try to space it out, and I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to stop doing these songs with no hooks, even though one of the songs coming out don't have a hook to it. That's my other curse, because like I don't know how to write hooks like that, but I'm learning. So yeah, but like I said, I just wanted to push my pen because like I remember another one of the brothers out here, his name's ISO. He was like, bro, like even if you're not dropping it to the people, like record it and maybe drop it on SoundCloud or something, because like you don't want your pen to dull. You don't want your pen to go dull, get rusty, man. Like keep your pen sharp and just keep writing, man. Keep writing. So when I wrote Wildflower 2, just like first off, when I find a beat that I really want to write to, I get excited and it's like, oh, I already know what I'm gonna say to that. So like I already had some of those like those landing bars. I had some of those written from the gate, and I was like, nah, we're gonna get this done. Like I had Wildflower 2 done in a matter of a few hours. And just cause like when I'm really, really motivated, some beats I gotta sit with. But a beat like that, I didn't have to sit with it at all. It was like, nope, I already know how I'm gonna do this. And yeah, man, that's all it was. It was just keeping the pen sharp, trying to follow the success of number 1.
Why is this the last track you're doing for a while with no hook? What did that mean to you when you said that?
Just like I'm gonna stop being lazy and write hooks. That's all it was. It was nothing deep.
Man, yeah, look, man. If I find out you got some, let me find out you got some pipes and you gonna start singing or something.
No, I didn't say I was singing. I didn't say I was singing. I just said I'm gonna stop writing songs with no hooks. I ain't say I was singing, even though I did sing on the War Drum album.
Yeah,
which is funny, but like,
I thought we were about to get like some. It's funny. Like I thought we were about to get like a the Scorpion type project from Q-Flo or something like that, where it's like half R&B, half.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna just try. No, like I said, like part of 120% flow is like stop being lazy and put in more of the work. I mean, put in more of the work. you know, stretch your pen out a little more, be a little more versatile. I'm not rapping over trap beats though. Before anybody get their hopes up, I ain't rapping over no trap beats. But no slight to my guys who rap over trap beats. I just can't. I've tried it. I can't. I'm sorry. But like I said, like y'all gonna hear me on a drill beat. Y'all gonna hear me, rap a little fast and all that. We gonna get a little more versatile, and that's all. We gonna write hooks. That's part of this 120 movement I'm going on.
If you ever need somebody to sing on a hook, my little sister, I'm gonna gas her up in the comment section. She got some pipes on her, bro. I'm just saying.
Hey, like I'm always down. I'm always down to connect with more women in CHH too, man. Because like they don't get the love they deserve, man. Especially,
bro, we be in the middle of Bible study and like she'd be like, you know what this song reminds me of? And she just starts like singing. I mean, like straight out the blue. But every time I'm just like, bro. It's funny because like I could tell like whether it's on a good microphone or just her phone or something. I'm like, she out here blowing. What you talking about? So
yeah, man.
I'll have to plug you into that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Oh man. So I'm gonna have some, like I said, none of these rehearsed questions, but I'm just, doesn't have to be a long, in-depth question, like answer to this, but okay, fan. We haven't had a black WWE champion in a while. We got Lashley, but we're kind of hype about that. But
we know where that's going, though. That's my thing, man.
I know.
We know where that's going.
We're not gonna talk about that. But how did you feel when you finally saw Kofi? When you saw Kofi Kingston win the strap, dog?
Bro, listen. I had my friends and family over, man. Shout out the Nerd Coalition. That's a YouTube channel I'm a part of, man, where we talk everything wrestling. And, shameless plug, of course. We talk wrestling, we talk Nerd Society and all that junk. Bro, we were all over here watching WrestleMania, man. Kofi won that belt. My house shook. We were so happy to see a black champion, man. So, I was happy, man. I was so happy. I wish, they could have had Mania in Philly. And we saw that live. That's the only way it would have been better is if I saw it live in person. But it is what it is, man. I was happy to finally see a black champion. I am a part of the millions and millions who don't like how he lost the title, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I feel like the same thing about to happen again very soon, but we go get it.
I don't think he's losing it that fast, though. I don't think Lashley's losing it that fast. He's not losing. He ain't losing it in 10 seconds. I'll say that. But yeah, I don't
trust Vince. I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't
trust
Vince.
Crazy. Everybody sees it though. Not just like wrestling fans. Like everybody sees where this is going. And it's going to we know this is going to Mania. He's probably gonna lose it. We all see it. We just trying to enjoy it while we can, man. But you know what? I like the way they've been booking Lashley because I'm a fan of Lashley's, man. I've been a fan. Like I remember when he came out and destroyed Simon Dean on that debut, man. So like I've been a fan of Lashley's for a while. So I'm glad to see him at least get the belt, man. 16 years is a long time for a man of your stature to not have the title. And shout out to MVP, man, because like the Hurt Business as a team is amazing, man. And my only thing is like, when they were showing shades of the Hurt Business about to break up, I'm like, bro, y'all kept the Undisputed Era alive and well so long to the point where all four of them had the belts. All four of the Hurt Business can't get the belts, really. So, like I'm hoping MVP could somehow sneak his way into a US title.
Why not?
Belt real quick and let the whole team hold that belt. Cause that's a talented group of black brothers, man. So yeah, man. So but as far as Kofi winning the belt, bro, my house shook. We were so happy, man. I still got the video on my phone, man.
Same. I got it. I got it on my phone. I got the part where we thought like he was gonna lose, and if I remember correctly, like Daniel Bryan's trying to put him in the yes lock, and he's like he's like hitting Kofi in the elbows, and I'm like over my brother's house. I'm like, you all right over there, King? You good?
Yeah.
And I was like, you looking real stressed out over there. I was like, it's gonna be all right. And all you hear is him.
That's why, man.
All you hear is him going, it's not gonna be all right. I was like, yo, we really invested, yo. This is
for real, man. That was good streaking.
So another rapid question. If you could have dinner with 5 people at your dinner table, dead or alive, who would they be?
5 people, dead or alive. Nipsey Hussle, Black Thought. Let me try. Jill Scott. I'm gonna bring the missus, because if I don't, she gonna go upside my head for going to dinner with celebrities and not bringing her with me. And then I want to bring my grandfather. So I'm a lot of people don't know I'm the third in my family, and I never met my grandfather. So it'd just be nice, just to meet him one time. So he was a bishop.
It'd be good. It would also be good for your grandfather to see his legacy too. I think that'd be good for him too. I feel that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he would. I'm not sure how he would, respond to it though, just because he died. Like, he died way before I was born. My dad was still young when he passed. So, I'm not sure how he would respond to me being a Christian rapper. But it's like, I just want you to see your grandson. He's still giving the word out, man.
David was the first one. The Book of Psalms is just bars on bars on bars.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
saying?
That's
a fact, man. But yeah, so that'd be my 5, man. I just threw the missus in there because I know she'd kill me if I went to dinner with a bunch of celebrities and didn't say anything.
That's funny. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to nowadays, music wise?
All right. So nowadays, I'm listening to a lot of my friends, Mitch, Chris Noel, Microphone,
shout out to Mitch
Untitled.
Durrell. Shout out to Mitch Durrell if we're talking about the same one.
Mitch Durrell, yep. Tiba Halisi, a lot of independent CHH artists. But if we're talking about mainstream folk, I've been listening to a lot of Dayton, a lot of Eshawn Burgundy, and secular wise, I've been listening to a lot of Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs. Those like the whole Griselda. I've been listening to the whole Griselda. Let me just throw that as a whole. Been listening to the whole Griselda. I've been listening to Freddie Gibbs, and then outside of rap, I've been listening to a lot of South African music. Man, a lot of South African music is just beautiful to listen to. Like them, it's like a blend of R&B and house music. So over there, it's been a singer named Simi. She don't miss at all. It's a guy, a young dude over there named Matuzi. He's pretty good. And then there's a producer over there. He's like the Pharrell over there. Like, he just does all the production for like the people I've been listening to, honestly. And his name is Sunel Musician. He's like the Pharrell over there, man. Dude, just if you hear a song, if it sounds super fire how it do, he probably produced it. So I've been listening to a lot of his stuff. He just dropped the album. That album got like 30 some tracks on there. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop. But I've been listening to a lot of that. And then I also been listening to this group from New Zealand, I believe, named Yumi Zuma. They're amazing. They usually don't miss. I didn't like their recent project though, but they usually be knocking it out of the park. And who else I've been listening to? That's about it. Yeah, that's about it.
Now,
it's mostly South African though.
Gotcha. Now, I didn't this is like a new routine of thing I'm starting to do, especially when I'm interviewing artists. But I can't help but notice you got a lot of influence from Nipsey. I mean, like, and when I say this, like, I hear you talk about him just in conversations from like the group chat. You mentioned him in this rap, and then you know what I'm saying, and then even the fact that like he was the first person that you mentioned as far as having that dinner with you. What did Nipsey mean to you, dog?
Bro, I love and I'm not one of those fans who were there from the beginning. The first time I heard Nipsey was on GTA 5, honestly, and I'm like, I don't know who this dude is, but he's rapping. But again, I didn't know who he was, so it was like the only time I would hear that song was playing GTA 5. So Victory Lap came out, and I heard shout out Black Compass, shout out to Black Compass, man. That's a battle rap radio show. They've been showing me mad love too with my music, and they're not even like church folk. They're a whole battle rap show. But anyway, they were doing a top 10 albums of when When Victory Lap come out? 2018, 2019.
I want to say 2018. Yep,
All right.
2018
So
was
yeah.
Victory Lap.
So they were doing a, let's do our top 10 hip hop albums from 2018, and 3 out of the 4 mentioned Victory Lap, and they were just like as like, from 5 to 1, they was like Victory Lap was in their list somewhere, and I'm like, yo, what is this Victory Lap? And they was like, bro, if y'all ain't list, like the one dude who I credit him for introducing it to me. He had it as his number 1. And he was like, yo, if you ain't listen to Victory Lap, go listen to Victory Lap. So I'm at work one day and I'm like, all right, I'm listening to Victory Lap. Bro, when I tell you that album had me hooked, I'm like, nah, I need to see who this Nipsey guy is, man. So I just started watching, I watched a lot of his interviews just to see what he was about, man. I found out, that LA gang culture. I'm kind of infatuated with like the gang coach over there. Like I like learning about that stuff just because it's interesting. I know that's not normal, but it's interesting to see just like what the West Coast is going through, because I don't know. I'm from the East Coast. We don't have we don't nobody gang thing over here. So like I want to see what that's about, man. But just seeing how like I've seen like people were from rival gangs was just saying, like you got like your shotgun Crips and your rolling 20s Bloods or whatever, and they just like, yo, like Nipsey Hussle made it cool for us to, just be civil around each other. I've seen a lot of people discrediting Nipsey. I've seen I think it was Vice who had a video with him. It might have been when he opened up the store. I think it was Vice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I watched that and people saying like, yeah, yo, that's neighborhood Nip, man. Whatever you need, he got him. One of the dudes from the battle rap show, he lived in LA. He was saying like, yo, dog, like every Sunday Nip come down, 'cause Nip be over here in Cali. He'd be playing ball with the regular folk, like, you know what I mean? Like we all family. Like, so I just thought that was dope, man, because it's like somebody your stature was still coming down here and just like keeping it G with your folks. I mean, and just giving back to you, like he was literally giving back to his community, and that was dope, man. I remember seeing somebody say, and they had a video too. It was like, yo, Nipsey let me come down and rap for him. That's it. I'm like, yo, he was like, all I wanted to do was rap for him. I ain't want nothing else from it. I just wanted to rap for him, and he let him rap for him. And I'm like, yo, that's dope, man. Like, that's not, I'm not saying that's a role model, but like that's just dope. Like how he's just keeping it a G with everybody. You know what I mean? Giving back to his community and being fire. Like he's fire as far as his music went, because that Victory Lap album is timeless to me, man. And I'm not gonna like. I only skipped one song on I think it's Keys to the City. I really ain't like the song, even with even though I finally gave it a chance.
You
one day.
didn't like Keys to City? I think the only
Nah.
song I could skip on Victory Lap was probably Status Symbol 3. I just didn't really care much for that track personally.
Nah. Is that the run around? Yeah, that I think so. Almost forgot what I was doing. Yeah.
Keys to the City, that thing. I mean, when you driving, I love that track. It's just, man.
So here's my thing. And I guess my friends will tell you if I don't tell you, I'm I'm a wild driver. So like I'll be the one to put on sucker proof while I'm driving on the turnpike and just hit the gas or whatever.
Oh, my inner brother, listen to me. My inner nigga comes out to sucker proof.
Yo, I love I get to rap the sucker proof. I be forgetting I'm a CHH charge. I'm like, oh my bad.
Yo, the beat to sucker proof, boy. Oh my goodness, yo.
Sucker proof is so fire, man. But like, man, I just like I could play that. Like, I'll play that album. I'll be coming home from work. I'll be around the corner and I'll throw in the intro and blast the volume just so the neighborhood can hear it. Like, nope, I'm about to hear Nipsey while I creep down this street in a 2015 Camaro, loud bass. Y'all about to hear this beat, man. But yeah, man. So Nipsey, I could credit him for some of my writing too. Honestly, if I'm being fully honest with you, I could credit him, Freddie Gibbs, as a real recently, Freddie Gibbs, Griselda, and all them. They can give some credit into helping out with the writing. Because it was a time where I felt like maybe I'm being a little redundant, but I found a way to, keep it G, keep it fresh for the people. But yeah, man, I love Nipsey's music, man. Like I went back and listened to the old stuff too, man. But I loved his music. He was just
That marathon. Now I got on to Nip after I think it was the marathon, the mixtape, and when he rapped over MGMT, Electric Feel, back to what is it? What's the name of the song? I just know it as Electric Feel. But it was to me, like the way that he could just flow with a beat, and then on top of the fact that he wasn't like the type of person that he could like rap super fast, something like that, but his words, like the seeds that he would plant when he would just talk. And like you said, the interviews, I'm actually trying to find like one of my favorite interviews by Nip. I might have to just screen share, but there's this one thing I go back to every once in a while. It's an interview by Nip, and I end up just downloading it on my phone because I was on my laptop, because I was just like, yo, this man, when he spoke, man, you listened, you know what I'm saying? I think this is it right here. Matter of fact, let me see if I could share it real quick.
You want to share? Okay.
I got you. Hold on real quick. And add to the stream. Yep, there it is right there. This is this joint right here, bro. Something about Nip, man, like when he spoke, when I say like it landed with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I can't hear it. Yeah, I can't hear it, bro.
So you can't hear it? Why is this?
No, I can't.
I'm still kind of figuring out this new software, so it's fine. And I did not play it, so it's
cool.
all cool.
Yeah, that's all right.
Now I'm gonna play it again because I just think but it's funny because like it's very rare do I meet people within the CHH space that like really appreciated Nip, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
It got to the point where like my friends was trying to get me in trouble though. It's like, hey Q, you crippin', ain't you? I'm like, no, I'm not crippin'. Relax. Like,
see, I get accused of that too, bro.
I'm not crippin', bro.
I got these I got these crazy design joggers on my site. Where I have like marathon print like on like the thigh part, but then I'll wear like my royal blue Jordans, and I'll wear that to like my rallies and stuff. And everybody like, hey, yo, you out here? What you doing out here, dog? I'm like, what you mean? They're like, yo, calm down, dog. Like we in Baltimore. We need to like calm down for real. I'm like, it ain't even like that, yo. It's just homage it's just homage to the great one, yo. Calm down.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm saying like, bro, like I'm not like, stop trying to give me this crip flag for y'all get me shot or something, man. I'm not. But it's crazy though, because like I said, like I studied the gang culture out there, so it's just like people be asking me stuff, and it's like, yeah, I know it, but it's like I ain't trying to go into that. Like, leave me alone, man. I'm almost 30. Ain't nobody jumping me in at 28. Get out of here, man.
You'll say that. You'll say anybody jump me. You're bugging.
Jumped in, yeah, man.
That's but one of the things, and I'll send it to you afterwards, and I'll probably even plug it into this this podcast episode. But Nip, man, he deeply impacted me in a way. Like, I think like just knowing to like be fruitful with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say like the fact that, like, as you said, he would get like, it didn't matter the status of his celebrity, he would get down with you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I thought that was super dope for him because, he don't got to do that. Like, this is, he's making his bread. He owns all his masters. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got better things to do. But in his eyes, that wasn't good enough. And, he always, he put a store in this community. He tried to get people out. He tried to get people out there. He tried to give them something better. He tried to take guns out of people's hands and give them a job at his own store. You know what I'm saying? Right. And for me, I take that with me everywhere I go. I don't know if you saw the background on my screen. Got marathon flag. It's a little, I added my little touch and everything like that. But for me, he that was something that like I think like hip hop, not just Christian hip hop, but like the hip hop world definitely took a loss at as far as when he passed, because like I don't think people really realize the impact he had. Like, dude, even when I listened to have you heard the Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack yet? That what it feels like, yo. Every time I listen to Nip's verse, I'm like, yo, he's really gone, yo. It don't even feel like it, man.
Yo, when I hear my favorite Nip, one of my favorite verses is the joint he did with Rick Ross on Ross's Port of Miami 2, I believe it is. It's the joint with it's him, Rick Ross, and Tiana Taylor. Bro, Nipsey get the spitting, and I just be driving because that's the song to cruise to, and I just be driving like, yo, my man really, he's gone, man. Like, this sucks. But I did hear they greenlit his next album. Like, you know, people close to Nipsey, I think his brother and somebody else involved is going to drop his he got another project coming. So, you know, it'd be good to hear that, man. But it's just like, dog, every time I hear a Nipsey verse, man, like he be killing it, and it's just like, bro, it's it. Like, man, and it just hurts.
It hurts. I think it hurts because he left like when I say like how fruitful he was, it felt like he was talking to you, though he wasn't talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And I remember I think it was March 31st, if I'm not mistaken. I just remember it was a Sunday, and matter of fact, I want to say it wasn't. Was it WrestleMania? What day was it? It was WrestleMania weekend, if I'm not mistaken, right before WrestleMania in 2019. And you know, for me, I mean, this is actually, it's not ridiculous. I'm gonna share my heart for a second, but it was like shortly after, like it was shortly after, like my girlfriend at the time like cheated on me. I was like, dang, I lost my girl, and I lost Nipsey, yo. Oh no!
You know what's crazy?
It was
so. Like the day before Nipsey passed in Philly, we had lost Tech Nine, battle rapper Tech Nine. This is before the prison stuff came out. Like before, before the crazy stuff came out. But he had passed, and it's like, yo, like I woke up, it was like Tech Nine. I'm like, Tech Nine, Pat, like what? So we had that, and then the next day we lost Nipsey Hussle, bro. When I tell you, like I couldn't take it, bro. I'm like, nah, dog, this is bull. Like, what is going on here? Like, it was crazy, man. So, nah, I'm with you, bro. Like, it was rough, man. It was rough just finding all this stuff. I'm like, y'all killed Nipsey. We lost Tech Nine. Like, and then Kobe, the next, like, we were still mourning Nipsey. Then we lost Kobe. And I'm mourning for the
Chadwick too, man.
And the Black Panther. Yeah, man. And then we lost, like, bro, like that was like 4 body shots, bro. 4 mean body shots I couldn't take, bro. I was like, dog, it sucks, man. It sucks, but yeah, man,
you know,
rest
the
in
one
peace,
thing,
Nipsey, man, for real.
Flat, man. I think he's influenced me in so many ways. Like, it's funny. I got my braids going back and everything like that.
Hey, look, I was trying to get the Nipsey braids going with this fro growing up.
Yeah, hey man, I wish I could grow my hair like that, baby boy. I can't. Like, it ain't going down over here. I'm mixed with everything that don't make my hair go to what I don't even know how to describe it. 4C. I don't even get the 4C. I've tried. I can't get the 4C. It's kind of disappointing. Yeah, black women clown me. You know, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of sad at the end of the day. But it is what it is. But yeah, yo, that's beautiful to hear, man. The fact that he's like impacted you.
Sure.
So my next question is what do we? I mean, you kind of talked about it a little bit, but what can we expect? What can we expect from Q-Flo?
I give you the timeline right now, man. Next Saturday, March 20th, and it's being live streamed. We're doing the we call it the Flow Show. I couldn't think of nothing clever to call it, so I was like, we're gonna call it the Flow Show. So we got the Flow Show. It's not gonna be long. It's doors gonna open around, virtual doors. It's gonna open around 8:30, and we gonna get it rocking around 9. So y'all can pull up. It might be $5. It might be free. I'm not sure still. I'm not sure. But if I am charging folk, it's only gonna be about $5. If y'all got $5, come holler at your boy, watch me rock out. And then around summertime, it might be June, it might be July. The tag team EPs coming out. It's me and my guy Prodi out here in Philly. We got the single tag team champs. And after I sent that to like Critique Fridays and all that, shout out OB, he was like, bro, I'm so glad y'all linked up together. I want to hear y'all do an EP. Y'all should just do an EP. So I hit up Prodi like, yo, bro, wanna knock out this EP? He's like, let's go. So we got some dope producers giving us work on that joint. That's gonna be the first EP. I can't get into the second EP, but the possible EP is an EP called North. And it's gonna be me, Tone Spain from Infantry, and my guy, my big bro, Atiba Halisi. I want that one to happen because after we did Finish Line, they was like they hit us up, was like, yo, we need to do a little EP called North, since we all from Philly. So that's the one I'm praying that one happens, because that one's gonna be dope, man. Them brothers can go. And they can rap. When they get to rapping, they be rapping. So I want that one to happen badly. And then I got the secret EP happening. I can't talk about that, but
Gotcha.
all I'm gonna say is, hey, please pay attention. Pay attention in these Christian hip hop streets. That's all I'm gonna say. That's as far as I can get. Pay attention.
I got
Once you start,
all right.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be clues out there, and y'all gonna come back like Q was saying this. So just pay attention. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially if you're a wrestling fan. Wink, wink. If you're a wrestling fan, pay attention. So we got that, and then Mitch Durrell. You saw it. He just came at me about this EP. So
I saw that. Yes.
Mitch be rapping. So I think we can knock one out real quick. So that might have. That's 4 EPs I'm giving y'all though, man. Well, 3 in a possible. That's 3 in a possible I'm giving people, man. I'm gonna try to work on some new merch, because like this 120%, man. People were liking the idea. I was saying like I'll take the Q-Flo logo and just make it like 120, but it's the Q%. I'll try to make a hoodie like that. I don't know. I gotta holler at the designers to see if they can fix me something up quick. And that's about it, man. I'm not really focused on doing another album. I did the War Drum album because people were saying like, no more mixtapes, no more EP, no more. We want an album. Give us an album. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna give y'all an album. And I did it. And it's not, if you ask anybody with higher standards than me, it's a flop. But I don't think it flopped. Because that, boy, if I get into this story, we're gonna be here for another 2 hours. So I'm not like I don't think it's a flop. It's because I'm seeing numbers I've never seen when I started. Boom, I found a way to make that story short. Okay. So yeah, I'm seeing numbers I've never seen. So I don't think it was a flop. But at the same time, I don't want to do any albums right now. I want to keep, I just want to build my catalog up with singles. I got 4 EPs. That's pretty much 2 albums, honestly. So yeah, that's about it though, man. It's still early in the year. Anything can happen. I'm trying to shoot a video for Camaro Flow. I gotta holler at my
Can I just tell you I was actually really happy that you actually own a Camaro, because a lot of rappers, especially CHH rappers, be renting out all these expensive cars, and none of them, they be having a bus pass, and it make me so mad. So when I found out you had a Camaro, brother, I said, God bless him, yo. Praise God.
Hey, bro. That Camaro, listen, man, I wanted a Camaro since high school, and when they totaled my Civic, I told the missus, I said, listen, baby, my next car is gonna be my dream car. And she was telling, you better speak your words. Your words got power. You better speak it. So I said, my next car gonna be my dream car, and my dream car just happens to be a Camaro, not a Lamborghini or anything. It just happens to be a Camaro. So she was like, you better speak it. You better manifest it. Speak your words. So I said, I'm getting me a Camaro, and my car got totaled. My Honda got totaled, and I was like, you know what? I got tired of taking Uber. The last Uber almost killed me. I'm not taking Uber no more. I went out and I got my car.
That is an interesting story, but we could talk about that off camera.
Yeah, my last Uber. That's a quick story. She ran the stop sign, and the other car was already on the move, and thankfully the other car was actually knew what they were doing, so they just went around. That's all it was. But yeah, after that, I said I'm not taking Ubers no more. I'm getting a car, and so the next day, I got approved, and I got a car, and I got my Camaro. So that's it, man. That's my car. But you're right though. That's my car. That's my baby. That's my
Yeah,
car.
good. You go on with your bad self. I ain't nobody mad at you, not one bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And my last question.
All right.
Who do you think I should bring on here next? And before you answer this question, you gotta either have a connection with them or you have the power to bring them on here, like speak that into existence as far as who I can have in the CHH space.
All right. Before I answer, let me not be biased and try to bring another one of my Philly guys up here.
Hey man, whoever, you can name a couple of them. I got time, so.
All right. I think if you want to have like a real biblical type of conversation, if you want to go in that direction, you should bring Atiba Halisi up here. I try. That's my brother, so I could try. It's no promises, but I can definitely try to get him up here for you. If you want to have a real hip hop type of conversation, you should holler at my guy T Coda. A lot of people say I sound like I give him a Beanie Siegel vibe because of my aggression. He literally if you hear him, he's fire, and he really sounds like Beanie Siegel almost. Like he sounds like Young Beans. He sounds like Young Beans, but he kind of rap like Black Thought, like that multi-syllables and all that. Let me think who else. So those are my first two.
Okay.
Next, I would say I'm trying to think of somebody who I communicate with. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna stick with those two. Try to get those are my two big brothers. Like they've been showing me a lot of support as of recently, and I try to show that same support back. If you want to talk to like somebody who does like videos and all that, you can holler at my guy Jay Naz. He did the Cypher video that you posted. He did the Wildflower. Yeah, he did the Wildflower video. That was part of his project. Okay. And he did the Ben Free with the finish line at the end, that video. So you can holler at him. He's a very dope, like his whole process is actually amazing. It's dope. And then you should probably holler at my guy Proddy the Prodigal, man, out of Philly. His story, him and another guy named Raka, their stories are incredible when you hear like how they, what they're part of Philly, like their lifestyle and how they became MCs for Christ, living in Philadelphia and all that. Their stories are incredible. So you should try those two. I think you should try to get. And then I'm gonna try to manifest a name for you. Try to get Jared, man. We go now. He's in the group chat, so you could try to get him. Try to get him.
He a full-time daddy, yo. He a full-time daddy. Like,
hey man, you could try.
And for those that don't know, who he's speaking of Jared Sanders of God Over Money. That would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah, try to get him.
That would be dope. I might have to hit him in the group, but that's the thing, brother. I'd be so busy every time. Like I'll send one message in the group chat, and then like I go away from my phone like 10 minutes, and then y'all got like 100 different messages. I'm like, hey, where are we at in this conversation?
Hey, listen. The group chat that I run, the listening session, way worse. Because if we get to talking about music, when we get a hot topic going, you look away from your phone, 400 missed messages. That's how it be, man. So it's way worse.
I be feeling bad, yo. I be running around too much, yo. Like, it's crazy, man.
But still, man, try to get Jared up here, man. I think that'd be a dope conversation. He's wise. He's aside, like, when he's not trolling or arguing with DJ Jeremiah, he's very wise, man. Like, he's very wise. So I think you should,
I think that'd be dope. I could holler at Jared. That's the thing. Like I feel weird to have access to these guys. And then
it does.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, OG, you should like hop on my. It just I don't know. I like the things to be organic and everything like
what,
that, but
you sound like me. It's like I don't want you thinking I'm trying to, get a freebie or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's like I want Jared. Like I'm trying to do. I'm gonna do a song with him, but it's like I don't want to.
that's gonna cost you. That's go.
I know it's gonna cost, but like I feel nervous just asking him, because it's like, bro, it's Jared Sanders. You one of the best guys out currently. Like
Fags.
Fags.
When Poetics added me this group chat, I was like, Jared. Oh, I was like, nigga, like
I said the same. I'm like, Jared said, bro, when Dayton followed me on Instagram, I'm saying like, yo, how do I I want to get a song. I want to do a song with Dayton. I want to do a song with Jared Sanders, but it's like I don't even know how to ask without sounding like a freeloader or whatever.
Yeah,
so that's
it's weird.
So, it's like I want to pay you, but it's like obviously I can't afford your price, but it's like I still want to pay you. It's just weird, man. But that's the thing with growing in CHH, man. You gonna meet some of these guys, man. They gonna hear you. One thing, my man, shout out my man Mills again. He was like, yo, my guy Jay Nass. He was like, bro, you don't know it, but they watching you, bro. And I'm like, who's they? And he's like, they watching you, bro. So keep doing your thing, man. They watching you. And the same go, that message is for everybody in this space, man. Whether you're a rapper, a podcaster, like whatever, dog, they watching you.
I've just taken a break. I've just taken a break from. We'll talk off camera, but I've just taken. I think the last time I've really taken, and I think I probably sent it in the group chat. I had my blowout in the video where I was just going in on this beat I just made, and like, and then Ahmaud Arbery happened, and then George Floyd happened. So my focus obviously shifted a lot. So
that's reasonable.
Yeah. But
man.
I plan on getting back into it. I might have to hit the OG up. I mean, like I said, but you know what? It's weird about that because like I've had so not the flex, in flex we try. Like I realized this like I think it was last year that the truth has been following me since like 2015. I did it on Twitter, liking my tweets and stuff. I'm like, huh? Who am I to him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo.
That's crazy. I'm from Philly. Truth don't even follow me. That's wild. Nah, but
I'll have to edit this out.
Oh yeah. But nah, man. Nah, shout out to the truth, man. Shout out to the truth. Yeah. But yeah, bro. I try, but like I said, man, just try, man. I know it's Jared Sanders. Like, he's up here, top echelon. But try, man. See what happens.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
You have not because you ask not, man.
That is true. That is true.
In the Bible. I don't know why I'm not following that, but still.
I like to have, like I said, I like to have sometimes like I don't like because I text you and Mitch every once in a while, and I'm like, I rather it seem like I actually care about this person instead of, hey, your name's attached to your skin. Can you like come on here? That's besides the point. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody real quick. Thank you everybody that tuned in tonight. First off, Q, you're welcome back on here anytime. Sometimes we just hop on here and talk nonsense, and sometimes we talk about trending topics, current events, everything. But you welcome on here anytime. I'll definitely
thanks, man.
I'll definitely have to plug you into the the community group and everything like that. But yeah, brother, appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me.
Definitely enjoyable. I'm pretty sure a couple of people. My sister says she followed you on Spotify, so
hey, thank you.
Yeah. So we got you, yo. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. What do I have? I don't really have anything special planned tomorrow. I think it's just gonna be regular scheduled program. So I don't even know. Actually, Q said he's not off tomorrow, so he might have to work. But if we just get into the whatever, I mean, I don't know. But thank you everybody for tuning in. This was fruitful. This was interesting. Like I said, this is also my first time being able to engage in conversation with Q in the almost 2 years of knowing him. So it was awesome, man. Thanks you everybody
for having me.
Thank you everybody for liking and sharing. Thank you Philly, showing love in the comments and everything like that. I hope y'all
shout out Philly, man. Shout out my city, man. I love y'all.
That's what's up. And y'all still got the best fire cheesesteaks in the world. Okay. Always remember you are beautiful, blessed, and beloved. I go by Kid Casper. Good night to you.